That's because I was not confident.
I
in my
have to script
abilities.
mine. I can't do it without scripting mine. Like I would do it beforehand. I can't just improv remembering things. Remembering things hard.
So we started off well on our night going to the inn. Opal stayed up most of the night and went and stole a book that she hasn't told anyone except for Morana about. Or no, a letter. Sorry, not a book.
As well. He kind of grabbed everything from the desk.
This is probably not going to be in order. It was just an order of me remembering them. We went to the Tent of Mysteries, where it had a very Wizard of Oz like gimmick, where don't go too far behind the curtain. Not have an alchemy kit, but that was fine. He had a bunch of weird little magic items for Marana, which I'm going to be dreading, I feel. Summon a dire wolf. I'm just remembering that now.
And a dire badger. And a dire squirrel.
Giant badger and giant squirrel, yeah. Or rat. Wasn't it a rat?
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish there were stats for giant squirrels. There's a ghost in the smithy where we also picked up some thieves' tools and leatherworking stools that I gave to Nanan. Nanan talked about the origin of her gods. We talked with Mr. Blackthorn. Turns out he actually has a powerful undead killing weapon, but he just didn't give it to us, which is fine. We were given the mission to go to Greymouth to stop what seems to be very prominent necromancer activity. And there lies Tears of the Eldest, or it's likely that there are Tears of the Eldest there. It seems that it's a clan of necromancers that want those things. Or probably some undead god summoning. Let's see. Bought some horses and a cart. I would like to name them Opal and Berry, but that's up to the party. Or not Opal and Berry, Cobalt and Berry. We can also go to Moongate to investigate a dwarf named Greerback Trueforge, who has been working on some machines and not truly saying what they're for, just being kind of weird.
Yeah,
and it's a big bonus, and there's a bonus for us if we do that. I can't really remember anything else, so that's what I remember from the session.
All right. And we pick up as you have all finished your preparations in Emberwell. You have gathered all the supplies you needed. You bought the 2 horses, of course, and you are with a cart, and are all, unless anyone has anything else to do in town, ready to hit the open road and head to whatever direction you would like.
Fire, did you get a new mic? Or is this
Nope.
the first time I'm seeing it?
Old mic, new position.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully this way it'll have less ambient noise. Fingers crossed. I don't know.
Last game made a big difference.
Like when you adjust the gain, is less gain better?
Gain
Less gain means you have to
how
be
sensitive
closer.
your mic is essentially, like how much it'll pick up around it. The
Oh.
more, the less of a range, the closer you need to be, essentially.
Okay, so more gain,
more power.
It hears more. Yeah, it picks up things more easily.
You're muted, buddy. Martin.
More gain, it picks up sound more easily.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you have less gain, you can be really close to the mic, and that's where it'll catch your voice.
It's supposed to be about finding a balance.
Yeah, and then also there's like adjusting Discord settings, and there's like there is a noise suppression thing that you can use that it works really well, but it kind of cuts out laughter. I guess Discord thinks
doesn't make
laughter
it
is
work
noise.
well at all. We want to hear laughter. Laughter's the whole point of this.
Which is why I don't use it, and so you can hear me typing.
No, I find the noise suppression stuff on Discord at least just horribly distorts my audio quality and a lot of people's audio quality. Like it comes through just not sounding like your mic sounds.
There's one thing that I've noticed where if I have noise reduction on, it does that, but with noise suppression, I still sound pretty clear.
Depends on your mic. You do have a nice mic setup, so it probably won't lose too much quality with weird things going through it.
Fucks mine up too.
Fucks mine up too. Yeah, still looking at your setup. Still looking at stealing his
Buy it.
$8 bajillion setup. Might do it. Might do it.
Stimmy.
Might do it. Stimmy. He said that Stimmy.
Spend it all on audio.
Oh, audio. I want my ears to be caressed. Yes. But yeah,
He does sound clean.
no, his audio is super good. I see why now. Like his setup, so ridiculous.
He also has a very
Whoa.
expensive soundbar from what he told me as well.
Oh, no soundbar. I wish I had a soundbar.
But yeah,
You're all in the back
Anyway.
of the cart, at the edge of town, essentially, just kind of still in the outskirts. The road is yours.
who's leading the horses?
I think you decided
Not
it last
Opal.
time. Wasn't it
And
Martin or you? One of the you
you're
two?
you're
I know. I was just saying, what the fuck that's supposed to mean, but but it's a joke because I can't see.
yeah, yep. I don't think Nanan would be a good choice because I'm worried that she'll take a bite out of the horses when no one's looking.
I'm a wolf, so
The fuck that's supposed to mean? No.
That's true. True.
Uh, I'm not exactly the best with animals. Martin, are you better?
I catch fish. Is that good?
Might be a joint effort between you and I.
I'm actually a very, very good animal.
She's
Can we
great.
not eat it?
Yeah.
Probably.
I tried to ask for lame horse earlier. They did not have.
Well then, I guess Nanan will lead the carriage. Do we know how to get to Greymouth? We just follow the road?
Yeah.
Landmark is okay.
We're taking the road east, and then we're gonna go up past the well, and we get to the city.
Right. And I think someone wanted to stop by the river at one point.
So no one stopped by the well.
well. Well, yes. I think that was Opal.
Well,
Was it
well,
a-
well.
Was it the well or was it somewhere else? I thought it had a different name.
You wanted to stop by somewhere.
Was it the
did.
Shrine of Community?
It was the
Yeah.
Shrine of Community.
Oh,
Ah,
it's not a well. It's a shrine.
shrine.
But you're the only one who knows how to get there.
Right.
Have you told anyone else about it?
Only Marana.
Yeah.
Well, she told me about it. I didn't know until she told me.
Yeah. So I mean, have you told about anyone else about stopping at the Shrine of Community?
I mentioned it to, I believe I mentioned it to Martin, asking him if he knew where it was.
and I think you told the party that we might have to make a stop or something.
Yeah, I know I said something about that, but
I remember that too. I can't remember if that was like a player thing or a character thing.
I think I told it to Martin as we were walking to the stables or to the tent of mysteries from Blackthorn's manor.
Martin is drunk and recalls nothing.
Too
Huh?
much.
He lied. You didn't incite him.
So Opal is in the cart because I believe we got 2 horses and a cart to hitch those horses
Yes.
to, right?
We
To the
got
eldest
our.
steeds.
I am
Yes, we-
lounging in this cart, for sure.
They were the eldest steeds.
What's the weather like outside?
Right
Rifle.
now. Good question. Not to gives me a chance to use my old rollable weather table. I don't use enough.
We were in autumn, right?
Weather table. Oh,
Weather table. Oh.
balmy.
Freezing snow.
You're all dead. Sudden blizzard rolls in and kills you all.
Solar flare.
With my constitution, I don't think I can handle it.
It is as you're kind of starting to head out into the open road, a light rain does begin to form in the area. It's not too terribly inconveniencing, but it is slightly chilly given how far north you all are. Yeah, not quite
it a
cold
covered
enough
cart?
for snow yet.
Is it a covered
It
cart or an
is-
open
no.
cart?
It is a cart. It's just a back like open cart. Carts usually typically are not covered. Sometimes you look like a carriage. Is what D&D at least considers the difference, and they're a lot more expensive. So no, it is just a back open cart.
I'm still lounging.
Martin would be up in the front helping Nanan directions.
There.
So, as we travel, I'm going to mention to anybody who's within earshot. So I guess everybody on the cart. I don't know if Marana will be able to hear it. So
I'll
last
be,
night,
like, beside you guys on the roof.
last night I was feeling very concerned about Eildid's interest in operating on me to return my health. I find that to be sort of strange for a grave tender. So I decided to do a little bit of sleuthing, and I found myself in her study and happened upon a very interesting piece of information.
You broke into a house?
Did I say that?
Because she offered to help?
Me? I don't. Well, it was a. Remember, I was unconscious, and I like to be able to give medically informed consent to any practices performed on my person.
She didn't do it.
The intent, from what I heard, was rather sinister. And I didn't like that. So yes, I did enter her house. And I think that you should take a look at this seal. I'm going to pass the envelope kind of over my head forward to anybody sitting in the front of the cart, driving the horses.
It'd be Aster or Martin, I believe, right? You two in the front of the cart.
I
think
think
Nanan
we
is the
decided on
driver.
Nanan and Martin.
Nanan and Martin. Okay. Then Aster's in the back of the cart. Gotcha.
Martin refuses to take it.
I will take anything that ended.
And please take a look at the seal and note just the color. Nanan, what color is that seal?
What color is this?
It's green.
Green.
It is green.
Is it a nice green? Or is that a familiar, more sinister looking green?
It is a
Couple-
waxy green.
If you don't mind, this might be my specialty. And I look at the seal and can I discern any strange information? Is this an arcana check?
I'd say this would be a perception check if you're just going off visuals.
Well, seals are typically recognizable.
Yeah, perception check on this one. There is no image on the seal. It is just a flat seal that covers the text. The only point of interest is the color and the effects that are happening around on the paper. See a perception check if you can kind of notice some of these things.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, pretty good.
I finally
Negative
rolled
one.
above a 10. Yes.
Yeah, with the 19, pretty good. You take the paper, look over the wax, and looking at it, it does strike a familiar hue as to the liquid that was bubbling around in the cauldron in the necromancer's lair. However, it is darker, a little bit darker. You attribute that to it being dried. And you also see a little bit of aging around the paper where the seal was kind of pressed into place as it, even in its various form, kind of seemingly diluted form, still was able to carry on the aging effect that you saw before.
And that that primordial stew was for like melting down bodies, right?
Yeah, sure. You had the looked at it, and you did try to make a check to discern what it was, but I don't think anyone rolled high enough to discern what this liquid was. Besides that, it was a little bit caustic.
Yes, it was a acid. I think we took vials of it at some point.
It did.
Or
It
Opal took
like
vials.
I think yeah, you poured it on something. I think a lock. Did you guys pour it on a lock? Yeah, you poured it on a lock. And you saw that
Anti-embalming fluid.
Yeah, it would make the lock vastly age. It looks like it went through like a lot of rust very quickly, and then it would corrupt and weather through a lot of materials that you tried it on.
This is quite strange. But why would that material be made out of wax? Or be made into wax?
Well, whose wax do you think that might be?
Well, I can't. How long was the necromancer there for again?
Let me go look back into my
believe it
notes.
was-
Hang on.
I believe we were told that necromantic activity had been happening for 4 to 5 days before we ventured into the tunnel or into the crypt.
I thought I had more information about this.
Well,
I know I did. That sounds right. That sounds right, but I swear I wrote down the exact number of days somewhere. Maybe I wasn't in this particular note document. Yeah, that sounds right though. Around a week, 4 or 5 days is what you guys were told.
It just seems incredibly incriminating that a necromancer
I
got records and a letter, and this letter with the gravekeeper. He had like ledgers of the bodies buried.
Aster, can you read the letter?
He had ledgers for other graves too. This is a conspiracy of gravekeepers.
There's always a conspiracy.
I checked the letter. Is it in another language?
I believe it was just written.
It is
And-
blank.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. It was blank right now.
Unfortunately, I have no talents for
You'll need
reading blank papers.
Marana, care to elucidate them?
I'll like light a torch, and then I'll hold the letter like up over it.
Yeah.
and
As you
then
do,
use
the
letter
letters start to reveal, and you see the message written in common. But telling you things that it said before. Which actually I can get you the exact words for that because I write a note of that. It says, "What you have lost is a great tragedy, but not one that can't be undone. There are many great powers in this land, and death has already been mastered by many. Seek me out this night at the Shrine of Community if you wish to be free of death's grasp."
I see.
I'm
And
not
her
saying that she is-
husband
I'm-
had recently passed, if I recall.
I'm not saying that this means that she is indeed collaborating with Cobram the Putrid. But at the very least, he has reached out to her. And I don't think it would be a mistake
Well,
to
this
do
brings
this as a lead to potentially find and destroy the necromancer once and for all.
Is it
is an
signed by
idea,
him?
Yes. Is it signed by anybody or?
No signature.
You have no idea that it's the necromancer.
Well,
You
I mean,
are right. I cannot confirm that this is the necromancer. I cannot read the script myself.
So
However,
you broke into her home on a hunch from a feeling from someone else. You stole her documents, and she's suspicious because it's the same color as a liquid in her workspace. And now,
not in her workspace. It's the same color as the corrosive liquid that we sent.
She works in the tombs too.
Does she work with necromancy?
No, but who's to say that was necromantic fluid?
We knew
No one
for
said.
certain that yes, absolutely. We could identify clearly that it had necromancy.
Didn't you say everyone failed the
in that
checks?
cauldron.
We just figured out that it had corrosive attributes.
That it would rapidly age anything that it touched.
And it
Why
was
would a
the
necromancer want things to age? They,
necromantic circle that we came across.
which was in her workspace.
So she works with necromancy.
No, the necromancer happened to go into where she worked.
Martin, I apologize, I understand. The reason why the necromancer likely wanted things to age, if you recall, none of the people we met in there had flesh. They were all skeletons, aside from, I think they were ghouls, and the ogre.
Even the knights that had just that were your allies as part of the town guard. They went in as men and women, and they came out
Certainly weren't dead
as
for that long.
skeletons. And it was no more than a few days.
Is this
Now,
paper aged? It doesn't. To me, it looks like paper. So if the liquid is on the paper, why isn't it aged?
You would see that around the edges of the seal. Well, Aster would see this. If you're not looking too closely, Martin, you wouldn't see this. But yeah, the paper itself, it all looks fine. But around this, to the very edge around the seal, it's just aged.
Now, this does not mean that she is guilty of anything other than receiving a letter. This doesn't necessarily say that she is working with the necromancer, but I can almost say for certain that this is from the necromancer. If we want to pursue it any further, then we should ask her about it directly. I'm sure we can be plenty intimidating or persuasive if we would like to.
Or better yet, it's happening tonight. How about we go see for ourselves? It's on our according to Martin, it's on our path to Greymouth. And then it will absolve her if she does not appear, or the necromancer does not appear, and it's someone else. Then of course I have no issue with that. But to leave a stone unturned as we search for this necromancer, I think would be a grave error.
While I agree, I would also
No pun
like to note
intended on the grave error.
pun still taken gratefully. I think
Martin, I have a question.
I'm sorry.
I
Can you trust her?
can't-
Can you
Yes,
hear us?
I've known her all my life.
it's kind of quiet.
Okay. I understand that you might trust her, but I also think there's something to be said for the fact that she received this frankly ominous letter while there were happenings in your graveyard and still didn't report it to the guards.
We don't
I'm
even
not
know
saying
how long ago she got
I'm
the
not
letter.
saying that I'm not saying that she's involved. I'm just open to the fact that maybe someone wants her to be involved.
I'll go to the shrine, but because I believe in her. But if we absolve her, I don't know if that absolves you, Opal.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
The only thing I ask is that perhaps not so much secrecy about these things. If we had known ahead of time, there wouldn't be possibly as much tension. If we come across something and we are worried that it concerns the rest of the group, then imagine it would be best that we make sure that we all have enough information to help preserve ourselves.
Martin, if it eases your worry, if I am mistaken, Aeldid and the Necromancer do not make themselves known. Tonight at the Shrine of Community, I will confess my intrusion to the city guard.
I appreciate you taking responsibility.
Knowledge is the most valuable thing, and I will go to great length to reveal the truth.
I think there's limits.
And I will happily push them as far as they can be pushed. Especially if it helps get faster. Who nearly undid all of us.
Yes. Well,
So
it
shall
seems.
we put it to a vote?
Well, I figured that it seemed that we were all in agreement to go to these shrine. Unless Nanan, Morana, or Martin, if you protest, I would prefer to go there. If not, to see someone in cohorting, but perhaps to catch the necromancer and end him right then and there.
I said I agree. To prove her innocence.
Nanan?
I think it would be wise to go to clear things.
Morana?
Well, now that everyone wants to go, let's not go. No, I think we should go.
A very Loki approach.
Who?
All right.
Loki. Oh.
Who?
Yeah, never mind. I got the joke just now.
Is that your cousin or?
You know,
Heard about him in a play or something?
I think that was a dog I knew.
Yeah. A legendary dog. But,
six-legged horse.
so, as you're all kind of contemplating where to go next, the rain lightly pouring down on you. Just some things. As you can see, this map here is a hex. A lot of hexes on this map. These hexes mean a lot of different things. The only thing you need to worry about right now is that you can move, because I have a scale, each of these hexes are about 12 miles of distance, like in between them. So 6-mile radius. You can travel, if calculated out with your steeds, you can travel about 2 hexes. No, wait. You can travel a hex in about 2 hours, depending on terrain, and with the horses, or pulling the cart. At moving at a fast pace, you can move about twice that. You probably move 2 hexes every 2 hours, so a hex an hour if you move at a fast pace. Slow pace would be further than that, but you'd be able to use stealth, though kind of hard to hide a horse and cart. So, something to think about. You can travel 8 hours for having to make any saves for exhaustion, but otherwise, the road is yours. So whichever direction you want to head, I'll, decide on the
Imagine
direction.
we have to head east.
Yeah, if you want to follow the... Oh, that's one other thing. Following the road, you won't have to make any kind of checks to not get lost if you're just following a road, because you're following a road. If you start wandering off in the wilderness, you can, but you'll have to make checks to not slow down your progress, essentially. All right. I'll unpause it. Where do you guys want to go for your first 2 hours of travel?
I imagine we go east. And then
Heading east, you pass by 2 points of interest, kind of riding down the road here. A miserable and gloomy 2-story tavern with stone walls and plain brown shingles. The sign is a symbolic form of the large wooden bloodstained noose that sits underneath the tall oak tree that is physically in the world behind the building. Despite the clear red flags here, there are many horses, carts, and wagons hitched to this inn, and the sounds of merriment can be heard within. And most who leave are leaving with a smile, which, given how creepy this tavern is, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. If you want to stop or keep going, you can. But if you want to keep going, you start to head further up the road past the Messenger Eagle relay post, which is just a simple receiving post for creatures that you could find out more about if you inquire. But it is just a collection of buildings as you pass by it. Yep.
Has anyone been to this inn before? Heard of it? Martin and Nan, your locals.
Martin and I don't have the best chance.
I
But
imagine we must have passed past this place at least once.
most of you would have seen it, at least, but maybe not heard of it. But I would say Martin, roll a history check, and Anon, you can roll a history check too, given your locals from the area. Yeah, Martin, you've heard of this place in the sense that as a kid, growing up, it was always referred to as a very scary place where big, strong men go to do drinks and people get killed there a lot. So you were always told to avoid it growing up. So you stayed far away from there. And you mostly stayed at the taverns in town because that was much safer. But other than that, you don't know much about it. And same thing with you, Nanan. You kind of just know what Martin knows. Maybe a little less, even.
People do
You barely
not
know what a
know
tavern
Martin.
is, honestly. Let's be real here. Still just getting the use of a establishment that serves food and drink just readily available at all times. Very, very foreign.
Why does inn have moose?
Well,
No.
I kind of want to check it out. Anyone else?
No, it's pretty scary.
Well, perhaps on the way back, if we are hungry, after hopefully our victory over the necromancer this evening.
Nanan, are you all right? You seem nervous.
Moose makes
Ah,
Fair enough. Martin, do you know how far it would be from here to the Shrine of Community?
1x.
He says it like that. What is a hex?
about 12
Martin.
miles.
1 hex away.
It's about 12 miles. Never mind.
About 6 to 12.
Good to know.
Because you can
What's a
keep
mile? I've mapped this whole area in hexes.
Hexes. This is Martin's map we're all exploring right now. It's just like he made the hex crawl.
Do you mean a hex tear?
I've poured coffee on it. I can't see most of my map anymore.
I can kind of clean it off and redraw it as we approach. Well, canonically established. Why there are drawings?
Oh, I
Thunder.
guess we don't.
Is the messenger eagle relay post actually physically closer to the Shrine of Community, or is it
Yes.
just to fit on the
It's
map?
up the
Okay.
road. It's up the road a little more. Because yeah, like you come into these hexes, but like physically where you are on the map is like right now you're kind of coming up to this intersection, so to speak. Oh, dog hears thunder, wants to get under me. He goes.
Oh.
Get in his hidey hole that he has under my desk because it makes me feel safe. Got a little bed down there and everything. But yeah, it's probably like 4 or so miles away from the Sanguinary Noose Inn. Opal's just batting at his mic, like the one his character wears around his head, of course.
I suppose we just go north.
Yeah. If you want to continue northwards, be the 4th hour of your journey. If you want to head past the relay post and head up to that spot, there you go. So, walking along the road, you can kind of see the outlines of the Shrine of Community. ominous. You see a series of stone arches constructed around a statue. You can't really make out much of the details of the statue until you get closer. And off in the distance, you also see, all up on a cliffside, a large green crater that is smashed into the ground. You can't really see the purple thing inside of it at this angle, but this you do see like the crater wall kind of push around it. You can also make out the distance of small little figures moving around. Looks like a series of tents, colorful tents. Hard to make out too much without approaching closer to. But the Shrine of Community is just a short jaunt off the road. It'd probably take about 5-10 minutes out of your journey if you want to go investigate closer. You do see a lot of foot traffic going in and out from the road. Not a lot, but like a lot for the area. People are stopping off, investigating it, paying it some mind. Some people seem to be giving it some reverence. But besides that, it's as much as any other place on this road.
We're stopping by the shrine, correct? And I guess parking for the night.
Perhaps a little further down the road. And then finding a safe place to hide and tide up the cart.
Yeah.
Nanan, are you able to see a spot like that?
Do I see a good hiding spot for the cart indoors?
Let's see. So one thing is, unless I'm confused here, you have only traveled 4 of your hours. So you still have 4 more hours you could travel without getting tired if you want to keep going. But there are probably a few spots looking around. But if you want to actually look and set up a camp, go ahead and make a we'll say survival check to kind of look for the best spot to set up camp in the area.
The reason we want to stop is because we want to wait for the necromancer.
Yeah.
See if he shows up.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. I thought you guys were just taking a nap because you were tired. But that makes sense.
No.
Open it out, laying in wait.
Around the shrine specifically, like if you mean like off in the distance, there are like a lot of underbrush around the sides of the roads. But around the shrine, it does seem like it's mostly flat. Not a lot of places to hide besides the shrine itself, especially for a horse and a cart. So, like hiding in this area is going to be hiding immediately in the shrine vicinity is going to be tough unless you go off a little ways away, hide the cart, and then come back and wait around the shrine.
That I think is the
watch shrine
idea.
overnight. Okay.
Yeah, that's I think the plan.
Okay. Cool. We could say you could probably do that. Did you make your survival check?
Ooh, no.
Yeah, go for it. Man, coming down out there. Dog is-
Oh.
Also, this happens more and more in summer, and sometimes in summer we actually get real thunderstorms, which actually knock out my power. It happens sometimes. And also, oddly, it seems to happen on Wednesdays and like game night specifically. It happens the most. Very odd.
Nature hates you.
One time we got a tornado when we were ready to play our game. The
Oh, shit.
power didn't go out in that tornado, which is weird enough. So I got to play through the entire thing with a tornado going on in the background. Very dramatic.
Oh my
Make a
God.
nature and survival check to see if your D&D game will happen.
Exactly. With an 18, yeah, you find a nice place to hide the cart, and a decent spot to kind of watch over. It's a little bit covered, won't get too much attention from any foot traffic, but also provides an adequate place to rest and keep yourself recuperated for the journey ahead. So, you probably find all this within the first hour. You still have like a few hours of daylight left. Anything else you're doing with the rest of your time?
Do you want to scope the shrine?
Mhm.
Pick our
Scout in the
spots to
area.
like.
I think that's a great idea, Nanan.
Snacking.
It's ambience. I don't know how much is coming through, but I just see my mic light up on the screen here when I hear thunder.
Like,
Yeah.
it sounds like someone's moving like heavy machinery behind you.
Yes, pretty much.
Like in the next room, or like if like
No, it's loud. Like if I can hear them through these headphones are noise canceling, so if I can hear them through that, pretty good. Pretty good amount of thunder. It's probably my dog's so upset, but he's curled up below me, so he's okay. He feels
Anon, can you help us find a place for us to lie in wait close by? Not so close that the necromancer might see us.
The clan that did not want me would sometimes make ambushes. See, 1, 2, maybe.
Anon, that sounds like exactly what we are looking.
So what's the plan?
So I think right now, it sounds like we're going to go. I mean, this is still significantly before nightfall, correct?
Yeah, you got
Oh.
hours.
So maybe just to go even just check out the shrine and see what's going on there, and then maybe see if we can identify spots as we are perusing the shrine for places to return to once it gets dark and set up our ambush.
Okay.
Does that sound right to everybody?
Maybe approaching stealthily to see if we are not the only one coming in.
4, go up because I still have the wolf. I'm gonna let it smell the letter and see if it can catch a scent when we get near the shrine of community or whatever.
Sure, you do it till the next dawn. All right, so keep all these plans in mind. Approaching the first hour here, so we're gonna go take a quick 4 or 5 minute break before we head into the rest of this. See you all then. Try to keep it brief because we'll probably have a few more breaks in the long run of the game anyway. All right. See y'all in a moment.
Good.
Anon and Marana, you might want to turn up the gain on either Discord or your microphone because it seems like it's not picking up some of what you're saying, Nanan, and quite a bit of what you're saying, Marana.
Yeah, I think my Wi-Fi's. I keep looking at it and it's at 2 bars. So.
No.
Well, no, if you go to the also check your settings in Discord. Go to voice and video, and then you can maybe dink around with what you want to be your noise gate.
I turned my gain right down earlier, so hopefully that'll help.
Yeah.
This already sounds better, so if you adjusted it, great. Martin, you're so lawful and so good.
Somebody he's known all his life. What the heck?
See what the heck?
Pegging you.
Wait, I'm gonna grab a drink. Soda.
Off tangent. I tried out I just whipped together a dry spice for my chicken, and I added a little bit of brown sugar to some cayenne and seasoning salt and pepper and shit.
Need
No.
sweetness.
It's
No,
so good.
I don't know if anyone else is about this, but well, I know a lot of people are. But putting sugar when you make any kind of marinara sauce, add sugar to it when you're making it. Ooh, makes a huge difference.
Oh, do you want to know the real? Well, okay. Something that I think takes it to an even another, a higher level than that.
Yeah.
So instead of using sugar, if you shave down a carrot, if you grate a carrot, because carrots are naturally very sweet, and the carrot just it basically dissolves, but it adds all that same sweetness that just adding sugar would. So you
Oh.
kind of, without just adding straight sugar, you're getting extra vegetable, but also the same kind of sweetness and flavor, which I think is really
Here.
delicious.
That's pretty cool.
Good boy.
Or just add MSG.
Well, you should always do that too. I think, yeah, that's 100%.
Preserves you, keeps you living long.
Flavor crack.
Good dogger.
It's good for you.
Dog.
I've started adding ground clove to
Down,
a
buddy.
bunch of different dishes too,
Yes.
as just a a dabble do.
Yeah.
It's an interesting twist.
Yeah, we should do a recipe exchange at some point. That would be Fucking
Yeah.
Hmm. My husband always makes fun of me though because I don't follow any recipes. I'm very devil may care in the kitchen.
The recipes give you a gist of what you're supposed to do, and you just kind of feel your way around the rest. That's what I usually do. Kind of
Yeah.
see, okay, I put this stuff in it. I'll put this stuff in it in random amounts.
Like-
Whatever feels right.
I'll look to recipes for the
Okay,
technical
does this
aspect,
sound
and then the
better?
flavors are. Ooh,
What's that,
come
Mara?
again?
Does this sound better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. No, not really. Great, cool.
it's
I mean-
better actually. It's definitely better.
yeah.
Yeah,
More
it's cutting out
consistent.
It's hard.
less
It's hard.
of
It's hard to
the end.
compare after like, you have to like go 1-to-1. You have to like undo the thing you did and redo the thing you did. But I think it does. That could just be false memories.
Yeah, like before when you would speak, it would come in after you started to say the word, and then it would cut off the very, very end. But now it's getting more of the full.
Getting the
Yeah,
whole
it's more.
gist.
It's also more consistent.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, let me keep messing with it.
Hmm.
I think you've so far made a little bit of progress. But if everyone's ready to hop back in, we can.
Yes.
All right. So you're all gathered around the edge of the wooded area that you've kind of stashed your cart, and you're looking onto the Shriner community, thinking about what you will do next. There's some talks of advancing onto it, scouting it out, some of ambushing, some looking for ambush spots. A lot of stuff going on. So, what are you actually doing next?
I think maybe stealthing in.
Stealthing in to find an ambush point.
Hmm.
Right. Find a place that we can like hide out for a while.
Ideally on the back end, close to our camp.
Or do we want to just go in as if
Yeah.
we are visitors of the shrine
Yeah, there's a lot
and
of foot
then
traffic going on.
leave and return later
Well, I'm
in a
worried.
stealthier form?
The necromancer knows we're here. If he sees us, it could mean that he wades off. I mean, that's part of my current worry as well. That letter might have been given when he was in better form. Right now, he's a bit more vulnerable than normal. So, he might not even show up at all tonight. It's hard to say. But I think if we were to make sure that it looks like we were never here, he comes in. Maybe we could have. Does anybody know how to disguise themselves, like magically?
Pretty nondescript.
Blends
More
into
so
the
just
crowd.
waiting for Morana to hopefully say that she's been hiding her ability to change her face whenever she wants.
Why would I change my face?
To possibly look like the Crypt Keeper. So it looks like she's
Me?
well, potentially. There
I
are
don't really like the
abilities
way
that
she
allow
looks, so that's
people
not
to.
really something I'd go for.
It's not like a permanent thing. It's just like a temporary thing to allow yourself to confuse the person and trick them. A thing you're also you're fucking with me right now, aren't you?
What do you mean?
Okay, she's fucking with me.
I can't do that though. I actually am. I can't do that.
Yes,
By the way,
I imagine you.
can do that.
Although if she could, I imagine you'd find yourself staring into a mirror, Aster.
It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. It's not exactly a punishment to look at me.
uh,
I wouldn't know.
oh,
You know, it
got
would be
baited.
cool if I'm the asshole. Fine, let's just go. Stealthing
Um,
quietly.
I
Finding
might
an
not
ambush.
be able to make myself look like someone else, but once we get a good hiding spot and it's dark, I can make it really difficult to see us. Like, pretty much impossible to see us.
Advanced darkness.
Well,
We
would
also
that
can't
be?
see outside of.
Would it be obvious for someone
True,
else?
it would. If you're
Should they
talking
be
about the
aware
spell,
that there was something suspicious was happening, or would it just as if we were part of the surrounding?
The way that my spell works, it just looks like darkness. And so if it were nighttime, it would just kind of present itself as distance that they're seeing. So it just looks dark, if that makes sense.
Let's say dark vision. Because then
well,
weird.
darkness of spell.
You're thinking Pathfinder.
It would be a bit.
No, I mean
strange
I
for
mean, if you have dark
vision.
vision and you can see a blob of darkness, it
Oh.
looks
Yeah.
kind of weird because it's like an area.
Oh
you
yeah,
can't see
because it
around.
would look like a giant black blob of nothing.
Was the
Yeah.
necromancer human? When he saw him?
He had glowing red eyes, which is weird, but he looked human.
Nerd.
What a
Okay.
nerd.
Rana,
does
don't
seem
you
like a
have red
nerd,
eyes.
though.
Ooh, ominous
Or
thunder.
a
with the,
singular
calling
red
him a
eye.
nerd.
Well, if they get suspicious, we can do my abilities. But if we're pretty good at hiding, then we won't need it.
I am not.
We
Chain
I'd have to
around
come
his
guide you.
chainmail, chain shirt, I think.
I think he would have to doff.
But I'll try my best.
Oh no, he needs the armor.
Keeps him safe.
Oh yes, he needs the armor.
It's not a big difference.
From AC 16 to like AC 11.
Wait.
I mean,
What's
14,
a 16 AC? That seems
ominous
incredibly
prediction,
high.
Martin dying.
I think that's about wait. Oh wait, can you not wield heavy armor?
No.
Fuck.
Much too heavy.
Oh shit.
I have brittle bones. It crushes my shoulders.
So we're making a stealth check.
Yeah, are you stealthing?
Oh, yeah,
stealth up?
sorry.
Go ahead and stealth check as you.
Let's just
approach
start here.
stealthily.
I'm the greatest.
Oh, Martin truly is.
Because I'm so nondescript.
He's just so nondescript. Oh my god, everything that Martin does just works out for him. You know, he's just maximum pluck. Maybe I turned his pluck stat up. I didn't realize. That's pretty
You
wild.
give me that pluck, goddammit.
Maximum pluck.
Well, I guess the natural 20
not even
cancels out the natural
sneaking.
1.
I'm
That
like
helps.
whistling. I have a wolf with me. There's no sneaking for me.
Yeah, it's like riding on a wolf. Martin
That
is
wasn't
doing
a
like
picture.
Navy SEAL spec op shit, is like rolling from bush to bush, hiding in cover, poking out, barely being seen. You don't even really know where he is. And
I'm
you
waving
approach,
at people.
you get a lot of weird looks, Marana, but no one really pays you too much mind, as most
She like
people here are
walking.
just they're just like peasants going on their day, going and paying respects to the shrine for their various reasons, and
Does
just
anyone
moving
come
on.
up to pet the wolf?
Most people are too afraid of a giant ass dire wolf with bony
Yeah,
protrusions
most people don't pet
sticking out of it.
wolves.
Wolves alone, but dire wolves are even scarier looking. So they got bones
I-
sticking out of them and stuff.
I have the imagery that Morana is currently crouch walking, like in a non-discrete area. And she's just
On top of the wolf, she's like Skyrim crouch, like a bad animation, but riding on top of the wolf, and the wolf is just walking normally.
The wolf is
Yeah.
growling, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
if I don't
Occasionally
move,
it
you can't move.
howls or barks or just starts scratching at his ears, making as much noise as possible.
Is the
maybe he's a
wolf
tiefling. I've
stealthing?
heard that vision relies on sight, or
Yeah.
relies on movement.
On the bright side, most people seem to be paying attention to this, which gives you guys all a bonus for everyone else hiding. So Murano's really the only one visible in this situation. But yeah, you approach the shrine. As you get closer, you see that the statue that you couldn't really tell out much of the distance is a vaguely reptilian androgynous humanoid holding their where was I? Holding dozens of small humanoids who are still grasping each other's forearms, held within the larger statue's hands. Like the hands here, and there's a bunch of like dozens of humanoids grasping each other's hands. Yeah, that's what you notice. And then there's the stone arches, and there's a lot of different places you could possibly hide, but investigation further is required.
You said lizard humanoid? Oh,
A vaguely reptilian androgynous humanoid. It looks mostly like a human, but it has the slightest of reptile tinges to it. and you can't really tell if it's male or female.
I'm gonna basically spend a little bit of time, discreetly running my paws along the stone of both the statue and the arches, just to
Okay.
see if I can find either anything odd or any mark like carving into them, like either Peter was here or anything else that might.
Peter?
Just yeah, it's Mark Zuckerberg,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, it's Mark
Um,
Zuckerberg.
Okay. Or anything identifying either about the stone, because I lived with dwarves for so long.
Yeah.
Anything
Make
that I
a-
might have picked up stone masonry wise.
If this was Pathfinder 2, I'd tell you to make a stone lore check. It's like the way they break down lore in that game is ridiculous. There's like lore for literally every individual concept in the world. It's pretty good.
Used to be a thing for 3.5 too. They just
Cowered it out and broke them down in all these lame skills. I'd say this would most likely, just for this particular circumstance, be a nature check. If you're just trying to learn the nature of the stone, and kind of like recognize any particular qualities about it that may denote what it actually is. Yeah, you don't really get any special information about this, besides the fact that the statue itself seems to be made of like a bronze, like brass material, like a metallic material. Um, that's really all you can tell. Stone is stone.
Okay.
Nanan is staying on the out of the looking for Hidey.
Looking for hidey holes. Okay. Make a stealth check for me, just to see if you can find the most hidden places within the area.
Can I cast guidance on my?
Sure. I think you can. Yeah. Pretty sure. Yeah, you can target any friendly creature.
yeah, 1d4.
So you said stealth? Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Pretty good.
25.
You actually find a small outcropping of bushes that are almost like head height, right on the back side of the Shrine community that easily could fit all of you just kind of crouched together in there and mostly obscure all of your direct line of sight on people or people from seeing you. A lot of peeking out spots too, so it's pretty optimal.
With this, if I were looking for spaced out,
What was that you're cutting out? Yeah,
would
go
I
ahead.
see spaced out place as well?
Spaced out place? What does that mean?
Like if we did not want to all hide together.
Ah, there's mostly that, which is the closest kind of gives a good like purview on the spot. But there are also a number of of the large stone arches that are pretty good. That like all of them are easily hideable behind. The only issue is that if you're hiding behind one of the arches, if someone approaches from a certain like, there's always one direction hiding behind the arches someone could see you from. So picking the right one is kind of tricky there. That's about all the other cover in the area. Some like shorter bushes and smaller bushes. If you get smaller, maybe there'd be more opportunities to hide throughout the area. But mostly it's arches or the big bush or the tree line at that. That's a little bit further off.
How tall are the arches?
About 8 or 9 feet tall.
I will try and look for Mark.
You see Martin. What you doing, Martin?
He's, I mean, he's hiding pretty well. Probably got like mud on his face, commando style, but he's gripping his pike hard.
Actually, yeah, no, it's pretty tough to see Martin. Make a perception check.
Solid snake.
Yeah, he is just. Dun, 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 dun. You don't see Martin anywhere, but Martin, you're so perceptive in your commando mode. You do see like Nanon's looking for. She's like Martin, Martin, and she's kind of like wandering about, and you see that she's looking for you.
He's gonna stick his hand out. And go. Hi. Here.
And he's like right next to you. He's like, oh, oh, and it kind of freaks you out for a moment. Your survival instincts kind of kick in, and you kind of the kind of spines on your back kind of stand up a little bit, just defensively out of the shock. But yeah, he's
Mark.
suddenly there.
You are very good at hiding.
Thanks. I just got real low.
Okay, I will join really low. I found good hidey hole. One really good hidey hole, a few little not so good hidey.
I think this one's pretty good.
This one. I almost stepped on you.
If I put this bush on my head, can you see me?
It's like you're talking to a bush. It's just complete invisibility. It's like, Martin, where did you go?
Vivesh, do you see Martin also?
It also. Oh, let me go. Make a perception check for Vivesh.
Nanon actually has no object.
Vivesh the hero.
Wait, where's the... Wait, perception. Based wisdom. One.
Sounds.
Snake.
Snake. Yeah. Yeah, sees nothing. He just kind of just looking, looks back to you, looks confused, looks back towards the bush. Is just kind of probing out. It kind of extends the head and just starts taking the tongue out, looking for something, but doesn't find Martin.
I know, he disappeared right in front of eyes.
No, I'm the bush.
You just hear a
Jeez.
bush talking to you. It's very scary.
Martin, when did you learn magics like this?
I gardened once.
I was a
Once.
gardener. Ugh.
I don't even know where to go after that.
You're just
Stun
looking at
grenade.
Martin. Like I feel you're gonna say something to Martin at the beginning of all this.
Yeah, just about the hidey holes. That was,
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I was
It's
excited.
just you two are catching up, hiding together in the bush, discovering hiding holes. Is anyone else doing anything before nightfall, or want to
Do
just
the, do the arches seem climbable?
if you're good at climbing?
Pretty good at climbing.
They're pretty steep. It's like imagine Stonehenge. It's like 8 or 9 foot tall stones stacked in various ways that are, mostly smooth and steep. So you can try if you want acrobatics or athletics, depending on how you want to go about it.
Yeah, does my feline agility do this?
You are a cat.
No, that's me. I've got something special.
Really, you should have the ability to jump 30 feet in the air just for free. If
You
scale was
automatically
accurate,
define
honestly, it
lots
probably
of
would be
things.
about that.
As a tabaxi, you have a climbing speed. So
It's true. You don't even
Right.
need to. You can just climb it. You don't have to worry about it with a
Oh yeah,
climbing speed.
my climb is 30 feet per round.
Okay, then yeah, you can just stick to the wall and climb up things. That's important to know because most people have to make checks to climb things. If you have climbing speed, you don't have to.
Oh cool.
tabaxis get lots of extra climbing abilities because they're all
Cat.
As a
Alright.
fun note, I have seen in real life my cat climbed up the sheer face of like a popcorn wall.
Wow.
It was interesting. Yeah,
Sharp
climbed 2
claws.
stories.
Well, then I may attempt to do that and if there's one that seems like it has a like wider top than the other
just kinda
one,
lay
then
down
I'm going
flat
to
on it?
lay down flat on top of one.
Okay. Okay. Are you
Excellent.
guys
Oh,
all assuming
yeah.
you're like stealth positions for the stakeout? Because if so, you can keep the various stealth scores you have now, or use the non's bush.
I think
That
I
sounds
think
weird.
it sounds like we are.
I'm definitely going to the bush.
Yeah, you drive the direwolf into the bush,
Mhm.
and it lays down and listens to you till the next dawn.
If it helps, I will go around to each of the party members and tell them about the hidey hole.
Yeah, anyone who
Come on.
needs the hidey hole, you can take the 25, or unless you want to roll for it.
Don't let anyone know that I'm here.
All right.
I would like. So she said that she spotted out multiple hidey holes, or just the one?
One if you're big, you
Alright.
can hide behind the stone arches. I mean, one if you just want to use the normal one. If you're small, you can hide behind some of the smaller bushes nearby, or the stone hinges.
I will hide in the hidey hole. How far is it from the thing?
It's a little bit of a distance, but you still get a good purview of it. It's just if anything happens, you'll be at a distance. Just a little bit of a distance. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check from anyone who's not hiding in the hidey hole, besides Martin, who's hiding in his own hidey hole, which is a little bit closer because he is a commando. Uh, yeah. And 1 second.
Based off of the hidey hole, Martin's place, I would like to like crescent as much possible in a bush. When he gets back.
We're making new stealth checks if we are not in the bush.
Hmm?
I don't know what that. Oh
Oh
no!
no.
My tail is hanging down from the stone hand.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're just
I think
you're
I'm
like
hidden.
trying your best. You're trying your best to like squeeze down, but like from a view, all of you who are hiding out in the brush can just see there is a very obvious like inclination of a cat just clinging to this stone
I have no
arch to the
concept
top.
of vision based perception, so I think I'm totally hidden. I'm not moving. I'm not making any sound.
Yeah,
Opal actually thinks that she's a chameleon.
yeah, just blending in. As far as she's concerned, she is. She's been blind all her life. Doesn't know what color is fully.
No, because there's enough time that, beforehand, is there an opportunity to like test the hidey holes? Various
If like
places.
see if someone could see someone in the hidey hole.
Hmm.
Yeah, you circle around the people that are hiding in the hidey hole. They seem fairly hidden. Opal doesn't at all. And Martin also seems fairly hidden.
If there's plenty of time, then
You could
can I?
probably warn Opal because he's doing this pretty early on, or she is. Sorry.
Fuzzy one.
Don, I'm hiding.
It does not look like you're hiding, though.
What?
It looks like you are sunbathing. At night, that might not be so good.
Drop.
I found a really good hidey hole. If you'd like,
How far away is it? Don?
just that far.
She's pointing out. You can tell she's pointing, but you can't tell how far she's pointing or really what the direction means because you have a 20-foot radius.
Very, very well. Don, can you lead me to where you're so kindly
Okay.
pointing? And about how far does it seem like we're traveling? From like the center of the shrine, from the statue.
Well out of your earth elucidation, which you only have 5 feet right now because you get an additional at 6th level, right? Passively.
Yes, I believe that's true.
Okay, so you can count the feet very easily by like looking at your radius. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
5
yeah.
feet at a time. So as you head out, it's probably like 90 or so feet away, maybe 120, just kind of away from
Do I feel like it would be within earshot of?
of a perceptive ear, maybe, and of people talking at normal volume, maybe.
If I hear voices of either Aeldid, the hissing of Aeldid's snake,
Hmm.
or uh, either like one of the skeleton sounds or of
Yeah.
Obram's voice or something, I will uh, attempt to sneak closer
Okay.
to
Uh,
listen more carefully.
sure. we'll see how it plays out. So all of you hiding in the bush, you all ready to take your positions for the night? Anything else? What's happening on?
Sorry, I think I mentioned it, but I think you're away. AFK.
Oh sure. What's it? What's up?
Judging by where Martin is and the Hidey Hole is, I'd like to make as much of a symmetrical crescent as possible in a bush. Like to like that around. Tink tink tink.
I don't know if I fully understand what you mean.
She wants to find the midway point that is around the crescent of the shrine between Martin and the hidey hole that she found.
Yeah, just out in the
Yeah.
open.
No,
Oh,
she wants
like
to find
behind
a
a
hiding.
bush, or if I could gather some brambles or something.
You make a separate stealth check. Yeah, you make a separate stealth check if you want to try to find a hiding place in between there.
Yeah, just to get like a
It'll
third
be a higher DC for sure to find this spot.
guidance.
Guidance.
That's for stealth or perception.
Stealth. It's going off your general skills of finding somewhere that's worthy to hide into.
Ooh.
You find a
Plus
decent spot.
guidance.
You find a decent spot between there that you think is small enough or big enough that you can just kind of curl up into and hide in and it won't reveal too much. And so you do. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before we get into it?
I will keep my eye out for Colgrim, and as well as the lady at the crypt. I can't remember her name.
Aelded.
Ailed.
Okay.
And when
And
I
I
see
believe
them,
you-
I would like
Man.
to cast invisibility and quietly approach.
Okay. Everyone,
They
just make a
all-
perception check for me.
And I also
Wait,
believe
before
Marana
that-
had the same. Yeah.
Yes, before all of that, it gets nighttime, whatever. As we're sitting and hiding in the hidey hole, the wolf is definitely like just. It keeps like licking the back of Aster's head. It's just. I'm telling it to do it, but I'm like whispering it so that
No,
he doesn't notice, but it's definitely doing that the whole time.
Unironically, it's actually really important that you are telling it to do things this entire time because if you don't, it just starts acting of its own nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm
So
like,
keeping
yeah.
it busy with like a menial task is important. As it just
Every time it
the
licks,
back of
I'm
your
like,
head.
stop, and then I like give it like some pets a few times. Stop.
Probably stops while you're petting it, but then it goes back to right as you stop.
I'm gonna choose to make that roll with disadvantage.
Okay. Uh,
And
Or is that-
Marana had also said that she had the direwolf sniff the letter
Hmm.
to get the scent of Cobram. I wasn't sure
Yeah,
if you were
so
here for that or not.
when
So
the-
I'd say
yeah.
the direwolf can make a perception check, and
And those stats are.
I'd give it advantage. Let me check direwolf real quick. I have a direwolf actually right here in the game. I don't know. I'm looking at it on a external source.
Just keeps licking.
Yeah, this would be advantage because it's relying on smell or hearing. Plus 3 to its perception. That's right. Is that right? Yeah, no, that actually is right. I think it should be higher for a wolf and a dire wolf hearing and smelling things or whatever. But it has advantage.
Also
The
like
reason-
to release Vivesh. Tell her. Come back quietly. Stealth. If you see the evil necromancer.
You can tell her to fly around the area, or
Slither on the ground.
okay, slither. Gotcha. Okay, she's also keeping an eye out. Make a perception check for Vivesh for me. Which they have seen Vivesh, so they see Vivesh.
I mean, like I guess it would be like, oh, a winged snake. Last time I saw.
A winged snake. When have I ever seen a winged snake in my life?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh no, winged snakes just totally all around the area. Very common. Snake that can fly around in the sky and just flap its wings. Pretty common in this area. But eh, oh, let's see.
Was that the perception check or the stealth check for
It,
Vivesh?
oh, Vish doesn't need to make a stealth check
Oh, okay,
as
gotcha.
well. If they're sneaking up, but yeah.
Percy.
Oh, roll a stealth check for Vivesh as well. So we'll say perception's 12, stealth check to see how hidden it remains.
Hmm.
Okay. You feel fairly confident that it's not going to be spotted. You roll to the surrounding community. Hours pass. Hours and hours and hours and hours, and the sun begins to set. Darkness creeps into the sky area, and the foot traffic slows down a significant amount. As you're watching over the shrine, none of you notice any movement, feel any detection of any of the spots you were looking for, or see anything really at all. It's just dead silent, dead quiet. There's no one coming in, no one coming out. It's abandoned.
Seek me out this night at the shrine of community. You wish to
There-
be free of death.
And it strikes you for a moment. This has been going on for a while, and you're not sure how old this letter is.
True. So how many hours have we waited past nightfall?
Probably it's been dark for at least 3 or 4 hours now, and nothing.
Was Eldred a human, or what was her race?
I think she was
See, sure here. Martin would know for sure she's human.
It never came up in our conversations.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell from her. I mean, when she's not
I
wearing
don't
the
judge.
crazy, yeah, looked human.
Martin doesn't see race.
Um,
Everyone did
how
the
long
half
did you
orc to him.
say? How long did you say we had been waiting? I didn't hear you.
Probably 3 or 4 hours after dark, after nightfall. It's getting pretty late.
Okay.
You're all getting very tired.
I'm gonna pull up my hood on my little cloak or whatever I'm wearing, and I'm gonna like kind of hold. I'm gonna try to walk out and act like I'm Eldred or whatever, and kind of like see if I can bait someone and keep like my face covered and see if I can bait someone in coming out.
You do
I'm
that.
gonna tell
and
Aster. I'm gonna whisper to Aster what I'm doing, so he doesn't like freak out. But that's what I'm gonna do.
I will say you do that. You walk out, and I'm not gonna make you roll because there's little that can be done in this situation. That can change the circumstance. But you do head out, head into the stone circle, in your disguise form, and no one approaches. Seems like there's no one in the area. However, you do see, kind of disappointedly, as you're hoping for something, you look down. Just all that's really there is all the various foot traffic that has gone through the area, stomped into the ground, kind of bringing this mound of uh, deeper soil, just kind of surrounding the area. But it doesn't give you much hope. That's
Okay,
all you really see.
I'll kind of sit down for a little bit, and then after like maybe an hour, it seems like nothing's happening. I'll call the wolf over and see if he can pick up even an old scent or something.
Okay. Make another perception check for the wolf with advantage, +3.
Oh.
barely enough. So, as the wolf sniffs around, it begins to sniff around at all of the tracks in the ground, and it begins to follow one track that is mostly kind of combined with all the other tracks, but leads towards the back of the shrine community, towards the eastern really side of it. As it does, you start to see a much less ditch-like effect, where it's like suddenly the footprints become much smaller and in one pair. The pair begins to lead off eastwards in keeps going outside the shrine community and just straight east, kind of in this direction here. So the wolf stops and kind of waits for your command, but you have a trail to follow if you would like to follow it.
Yeah, I'll kind of signal everyone because I'm pretty sure everyone's seeing me do this because they're all watching. So I'm gonna signal and like keep following.
Okay. Everyone going along that direction.
I inform Opal that we're being signaled.
Oh right, sorry.
It's fine. I'll follow.
I can't see. It's too dark.
Martin. Martin.
Oh, what? Are they there? I wasn't.
It seems that Ron has found something. Did you take a nap?
We've been here for a while.
I guess I could. I've had a dog licking the back. I will have to brush my hair for an hour.
Seems nice.
It was somewhat pleasant, yes. Mostly bristle fur.
Okay, are we done?
We're gonna follow Morana. She seems to have sniffed out a trail, pardon the pun.
Oh, okay. Margaret gets up and follows. I can't see.
Hold my hand.
Okay.
There's only one bed.
Come here. None.
I will whistle for Vivesh and
She
follow.
flies back to your shoulder, lurching into the air and eventually recollecting herself right in your usual grasp. Kind of similar to the old Ed Holdzerk, I imagine, because of that wrapped around the arm and the shoulder and just kind of resting comfortably there.
I
Snuggles
have
up
missed
against
you,
you.
little one.
She gives you a hiss of adorance. Of it's a word, sure.
Adoration?
Of adoration. That's probably what I'm looking for. Yeah, and yeah, you all head off eastwards, following the trail.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you begin to walk along the trail the wolf sniffs out, takes hours on not on horseback, so it's going to be 4 more hours. Okay. If you're pressing on, I need Constitution saving throws from all of you because this is well past your walking around time without getting sweepy.
I was sleepy. You're right.
You are sweepy. It's exhaustion. 1 point of exhaustion from you. Aster, you're good.
See, you said Constitution saving throw.
That's right. I think it's a. Let me make sure.
Yeah.
I think it's a.
That makes sense.
Trying to remember the DC. That's under the travel pace rules. Uncheck it. Okay. DC is 10 plus 1 for each hour past 8 hours. You're approaching 8 hours at this point, so pushing on, it's probably another 4 hours. So it is going to be a DC of 14. So anyone under 14 fails. So Opal, you suffer 1 point of exhaustion. Martin, you do as well. Anon, you just barely make it. And Marana and Aster, you're good. As you are pushing forward, you walk kind of on the edge of this cliffside as you push forward. and you see the tracks lead to a large stone abandoned tower of sorts. It looks like it's in ruin of some sort that exists on the very far edge of this cliffside. And you're approaching it from a distance, and you're kind of right at the edge of the view line. I've just seen this approach. The footprints seem very clearly to head towards that structure, though. What you do with that is up to you.
What time would you say it is?
Late, like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Okay.
Martin,
Huh?
I'm going to need you to let go of my hand for a second. I need to draw
Okay.
my sword.
No problem.
I draw my sword, ring it through my palm, and cover it in blood. I take 3 points of damage, and I cover it nice.
Nice and bloody.
So you're like pretty sure this is the necromancer's place, right?
The wolf is pretty sure the scent matches, so yes.
Cool. How's everyone feeling?
Tired.
Great.
Likewise. But if this is the tower, he's here. Oh,
We are certainly a lot better equipped to handle him. Have all of our resources to us. I'm going to search around for a door.
You're at the far edge of the tower. You want to approach closer?
Stealthily.
Stealth check.
11.
You begin creeping forward as quietly as you think you can, and you try to get a better view for this tower. It is larger than you would expect. As you get closer, you think you're a lot closer than you are, as the perspective kind of shifts as it is larger and larger and larger as you approach. It is made of this white that was probably once shimmering white stone, but is now long since turned gray.
This thing looks like it's like 6 miles tall.
Yeah. Chunks of it have since fallen out of brickwork that had kind of landed around the ground, creating like rubble piles all about. And you approach and see a singular archway that does not have any sort of door. It is an archway, but then a stone wall behind it.
Oh. I will check for traps.
Okay. What particularly are you taking for tracks for? Investigation check to look around a particular area. If you're looking for trap triggers, think that would trigger a trap in a wide area. Be a perception check.
I'm going to be looking around like the door, the archway, like glyphs of warding, or
Okay, make an investigation check.
and probably along the path as well, just in case of glyphs of warding.
You look about. You don't see any signs of warding on the path or anything like that. In fact, you don't see any glyphs or any sort of indication of anything being there outside of the solid brickwork um, in the archway. Just lots of bricks.
I raise up my hand, look over to the group. Come.
Before we get into this next section here, it's a little early for the second break, but let's have another brief 5-minute break here before we get into the investigation of the tower and kind of deal with the tower stuff. Which, by the way, super excited about it because we got through that secret content I'm talking about. This was a very missable section, very missable. There was such a high probability that you missed this. You basically needed a DC 19 perception or survival check in a situation to find this trail. So very, very excited that you guys are getting here.
Thank God for
Oh,
the
yes.
dog.
Dog good.
Dire wolf. Dire.
Tired wolf. This is pretty lucky circumstance.
Hey,
All right. Martin, do you know anything about this tower?
Nope.
We don't know. Oh no.
pretty
Okay.
pretty sure that like the extent of what Martin knows is just Emberwell.
I mean, I probably see the tower depending on how big it is.
Yeah.
6 miles tall is a pretty big tower.
Well, that was a joke because of scaling.
Right, because the
Hexes are 12, and it
When
looks
I
like
upload them
about
to
half as
TikTok,
big. So.
And although I am flattered that you think I'm cheating, it's just not the case. So I'm gonna try and talk.
Nanan with
while
the
I
fucking
do a
stealth
song.
checks. I didn't realize that
Oh,
she
did you
was
see it's
so.
100%? I don't know.
I didn't realize you had such high dexterity.
Yeah. Well,
curious what your dexterity
Oh my
is.
god, it's so hard to talk.
She has like an 18 or a 19.
18.
I tried.
I was gonna say, I think it's
Is that
higher
good
than
enough
mine.
for you?
Mine's pretty high.
What do you guys want from me?
I think
We should get like
Hey guys,
a
I've had a lot
dagger
of
in your
comments
hand
like
or
this
something, because I
recently
feel like you
saying
could
that
probably
I
hit
slow
harder with the
songs
dagger than
down
you
when
can
I
with the
play them,
mace.
and then speed them up when
On
I upload
average.
them to TikTok.
possibly.
And although I am flattered
You have a plus
that you
4
think
to
I'm
your
cheating,
damage, so it's like
it's just
1d4
not
plus
the case.
4, so you
I'm
could have a
gonna
max of
try
8. And I
and
think
talk
actually
while
it
I do a
maxes out
song.
for your. I think you had a
Oh,
plus
did
2
you
to
see
your
it's
mace.
on 100%? I don't know. Maybe.
Strength 15.
Oh my god, it's so hard to talk.
Yeah, with Dex it'd be 5 to what? 8? 5 to 8 damage versus.
I tried. Is that
Plus
good enough for you?
1
What do you
for
guys want from
damage,
me?
plus 3 for attack.
Well,
Hey
plus
guys,
3
I've
because
had
you
a
have
lot of
proficiency.
comments like this recently
So
saying
yeah,
that I
yeah. So
slow
your
the
minimum
songs
damage
down
on your
when I
mace
play
is
them,
2.
and
2 to
then
9.
speed them up
It's 5
when
to
I
8,
upload
2 to
them to
9.
TikTok.
I think, right?
And
Well,
although
it's
I
2
am
to
flattered
7
that you think
or
I'm
5
cheating,
to 8.
it's just not
So
the case.
her
So I'm
her
gonna
max damage is
try
higher with a
and
dagger.
talk while I
Oh,
do a
is the mace
song.
only D6? That sucks.
Yeah, it's
Thought
only
it
a
was
Oh,
D8
did
for
you
some
see it's on
reason.
100%? I
Nope.
don't know.
Warhammer's a D8. But
Yeah,
yeah,
so
you
yeah,
should get a
that's-
dagger in your hands.
Daggers are good.
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
because
it's so hard to talk.
that's how I always think about it. Because that's usually how it's broken down to a lot of
I tried.
video game
that good
interpretations
enough
or
for you?
CRPGs that are interpretations
guys
of
want
old
from
rule
me?
sets. Like they just break it down into how
Hey
much
guys, I've had
damage
a
it
lot
can
of-
do, like the minimum and maximum, like KOTOR does that. And it's a really good way of thinking of it. Really smart because it's more important than doing all the calculations. And once you do the calculations, you can break it down into that, and then it's like, okay, this does this much damage, this does that much damage, or it can do this much damage.
I mean, yes, they
Makes it
did
easier for me to
9/11, but they're
understand at
mad
least.
about. I don't think they're as mad about that. I think they think that's pretty based. I think the reason that they're mad at me is because that's what
I'm
they
ready.
want
I'm ready to kill this
I
fucker,
am
dude.
left toxic because
You got to figure out how to get in.
have you seen this?
So you said it was an archway and just wall, right?
Yeah, it was just a stone archway, and behind it was more brick wall. Same
Is this?
material.
I'm curious if this is like Von Richten's tower in Curse of Strahd, where you basically have to do the YMCA.
I would be opposed to you all doing the YMCA.
Like you have to do like different poses based on the starting rune. If you mess it up, a blue dragon comes out.
You got the
So
blue
it's-
dragon part right.
Yeah, it's like the most dangerous trap in Curse of Strahd, aside from like the 300-foot rod drop off of Strahd's tower. But
what
yeah, Glyph of Warding goes off. Adult blue dragon. Breathes lightning. Everyone's dead. Everything's fucked.
We'll see.
This
We'll
is
certainly see.
the least terrible I've rolled, and that makes me excited. In a while.
Whew.
Now I have to wonder every session about how Morana's gonna fuck with me.
True. True. Hopefully more and more. See how the weather's looking now, actually, because we are getting nightfall. It could transition to darkness. And then,
It's a thunderstorm, which masks our footsteps.
see what the old thingamajig's saying today. The old weatherometer.
It's like a D8,
Ah,
D100.
getting pretty cold. Got a little bit of a cold front moving in, but the rain does cease. It is replaced by a chilling gust of cold wind. How about you?
Everybody all right?
It is pretty chilly. It probably won't become relevant in this short time But if you go long enough without a heat source in this kind of weather, it is autumn-ish. Make sure what I said. I'm pretty sure it's like autumn-ish. Let me go check the calendar.
I resent that. Make me roll a Constitution save.
Oh wait, no, that's like
Coward.
spring. It's spring. Never mind. The
Spring,
cold front
okay.
here is not too bad. It's chilly in spring. It can be.
It'll kill me.
But not enough to kill you. Yeah, not enough to do.
A strong gust of wind comes by and Martin snaps in two.
Yeah, he's dead.
So, would you say that if the rain has stopped, you could see the stars now?
I'd say.
Is it still cloudy?
Like,
If it's cold, it's probably open skies.
yeah, skies have mostly cleared at this.
Nice.
So the stars are fairly visible. Star power.
Hi, Scrunchy.
Everyone returned?
Yep.
Ready to pick back up? All right. Let's get back into it. You're all kind of approaching the ruins of this tower, and you see Aster is kind of pressed forward and is looking at the stone archway with the solid stone brick face on the back. And that's all you got right now. So
I signaled them to come to me.
Yeah, that's true. Told you to come close. Give you a little signal cycle.
I'll stealth closer.
Yeah, make a stealth check if you want to approach stealthily, or if you're just walking up, walk up.
And I think I actually make it a disadvantage because I have exhaustion. Is that true?
Correct.
That's
On
true.
ability checks.
are on
I'll do it too.
I don't know
So I
which one.
could- Hey. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
you have a lower one of 11, so.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I've got to constantly switch back and forth. Nope. Oh yeah.
Murata
Casually
has
striding
absolutely no stealth. Oh my god.
Walks forth on the dire
She's
wolf.
always singing. Always singing.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Everybody.
Yeah. This is the time for music.
It's actually so catchy that like Opal picks up on it and then
And you have a whole musical sequence.
Ah,
That was
So,
fantastic.
as you all catch up with Aster, you're all greeted with, except for you, Opal, who can't see things, are greeted with a stone archway, and just behind it, like it's a stone archway, and then just right behind this archway, right here, would be just brickwork. It looks like the same brickwork on the side of the tower.
Opal, question. Do you feel this wall here?
I will extend my paw and I will touch the wall, see if I can recognize anything. Either,
Your hand goes straight through the wall and
I
hits a
fucking
wooden
knew
door.
it.
there's a wooden door there.
Yeah.
I don't feel any stone.
That is exactly what I was hoping that you would give me. Thank
Do
you.
I feel a door handle?
You feel like a
Or a knob or some kind of
like a ring, like a metal ring that you can use to pull the door, but there's also a lock on the door that you feel behind the ring.
Lockpicks.
Is the door open? Is it unlocked?
You pull on it, it doesn't move.
Hey, then I will get out my new set of lockpicks, which I don't think I'm proficient with. I'll just roll a d20 and add my dexterity? Question mark?
Yeah, I think so. 'Cause it's
Unfortunately, it would also be a disadvantage.
Yes, oh, of course, naturally.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you are doing something, I will try and guide you.
I will happily accept that. So I'm going to roll a d20 at
Do you offer any
disadvantage.
particular piece of guidance with this check?
Mm,
3 is binding.
Perhaps she can help me, because she's very dexterous as well. Perhaps Anon can help me, find
that'd
the
be more of
lock
an
position and.
That'd be more of an aid action, which would give you advantage, which you also can do. But the guide is kind of more like a words of encouragement.
Ah, gotcha.
for the spell.
I
Can she do both?
Technically, it's both take an action.
Ah,
Both
gotcha.
take an action. And how long does guidance last? A minute?
Yeah.
concentration for 1 minute.
Yeah, so you have time essentially, because 6 seconds per action. So you could do both. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna take away my disadvantage, I suppose. Then.
Yeah.
And-
She's helping you out. And what words of guidance do you say towards Opal?
With such practice with no eyes, I think this tactile task will be right up your alley.
Well, was it? I rolled a 14.
Did you
Well,
have the plus
plus,
4?
well, don't
Oh, you
forget to
did?
add your
I
dex.
did. I did not add my dex. You're right. My
Oh,
dex,
yeah,
I believe,
dex.
is +3.
Okay, 17. You
plus
fiddle
3.
with the lock for a minute, and you feel like you're not going to be able to get to it, and you kind of feel the tension of the lock pick beginning to get ready to fracture and just ruin the tools. And as it's happening, Non's hand grabs your arm and just steadies it a little bit more forward, keeps the tension from breaking off, and you're able to open the lock.
I'm
Door
picturing a
opens before you.
ghost kind of situation.
Oh,
Thank you,
like
Nanana.
these.
I feel like these tools might be better in your hands.
I
If
don't
you'd
know.
If you'd like them, just say the word.
I'm somewhat worried that she might be able to take them.
They're not for eating.
What the word?
What
the word do you speak of?
The word.
Bird.
What I said about the word.
In the distance, you hear like this woodland creatures.
Yeah.
Let's go inside.
Before Aster walks inside, because I know he's about to rush in, I'll kind of stop him, and I'll reach in my pack and pull out the holy water that he asked about a while back that I didn't give him, and I'll say, "This would probably be more useful for you," and I'll hand it over.
Ah! Oh, thank you.
Okay. So, just curious, what's the marching order heading into the town?
I could use that holy water and give you some protection.
Sure. Yeah.
First time I've tried this, but here goes. And he's going to cast protection from evil and good.
Oh.
I start screaming. It's burning me. I cannot just.
That's not how it works.
I also start screaming. It's
No, that's not
burning
how it
me
works.
too.
You're fine, you're fine.
Ah!
You need me to post
what is
it?
protection from... Yeah. What I don't know what that does.
Certain creatures have
Like,
disadvantage against enemy.
How many creatures
so
should you
it's.
target?
I think it says only one.
Yeah, 1. Which the spell consumes. Yeah, holy water gone.
He just
And did you cast that on
Splashes
Aster,
it
or
all.
did you cast that on?
Just
Aster.
splashes you all in the face with holy water. On Aster mostly. Just
Really, it only takes 1 drop to cast the spell, but then you have to shake the bottle everywhere else, so there's all gone.
That's the flavor. I mean, we've always done it that if it's not like a listed cost, that it wouldn't consume it, or it wouldn't you didn't actually have to have it on hand.
But it says.
We actually
But
have
it
it on hand.
says.
It
But
doesn't
it
have a listed
says-
cost.
It says holy water or powdered silver and iron,
just saying.
which the spell consumes.
This is what we've
Which
always done, Oog. I'm
the
just saying.
spell consumes.
Oog, this is how we've
Yes,
always played it.
Which the spell consumes. The words are there. Which the spell consumes. How am I
okay.
supposed to go against that? The spell consumes the holy water. It says it right there. I can't argue with that. I really can't.
I can make more holy water tomorrow.
You're
Make
right.
more
It
holy
doesn't.
water.
It doesn't have the cost listed. And usually, I don't say if it doesn't have the cost listed, you don't need the specific component. That's usually I do it. But this also says which the spell consumes. So that's another danger word for me for stealing your materials.
Can I have my flask back?
I'm just gonna crush up a dagger.
Crush up a dagger.
I will also. I will be up in front, but I will start to suddenly fade into mist, and I cast invisibility, which lasts an hour.
Okay,
I
Aster
will
up
be
front.
directly behind and try and sneak.
Nanan next. Who's after Nanan?
I'll go in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Martin next. Who's next, Marana or Opal?
I'm going last.
I suppose it's me.
Let me go check how big a dire wolf is, actually.
Sasquatch Lodge.
Yeah, it can't fit in this door.
Oh, you only have 10 minutes, by the way. Go ahead. Go.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
large. This door is barely like the size of a human. A
I'll
dire wolf's
send
not
the-
going to fit.
Yeah, I'll tell the direwolf to kind of stay near the tower, and if anything that's not the people that went into this tower get close, then go nuts.
Eat it.
Yes. Make as much noise as you can and eat it.
All right.
I will go ahead of the party temporarily in my invisibility and protection from good and evil. And just kind of like start strutting forward and shouting about.
You head in to the tower. You're greeted with a very simple, almost reminiscent of like a barracks dining hall. There's a like long wooden table with some long rotted food, a small bed in the side with a small locker, like a foot locker on the end of the bed, and a bookshelf in the back that most of the books seem to have been taken from. There's like maybe one or two books left. And then on the left of the room, there is a staircase that leads up.
So there is staircase that leads up. There's a bedroom, and
Yeah, this is a part of this main chamber. It's very cramped and tight with the dimensions of this room, which is odd, given that this is an extremely tall tower.
guess I'll go up. And I'm trying to stay ahead, but still stay quiet. I'm invisible, but that only stops me from
Yeah, and what did you say stealth check? What was your stealth check?
from
Where is it?
earlier. It was 11 when I approached the tower initially. Would I make a different one now?
Let's say enough time has passed as you're creeping forward, you can make another one.
Advantage?
No. The visual aspect of your stealth doesn't matter. This is all about not making noise.
I'm back, baby.
And you're back.
5.
You begin creeping up the stone stairs. As you do, is anyone else doing anything?
If the books have been pointed out, I will.
I don't think so, because it sounds like he just went upstairs.
Was the necromancer human the last time I saw?
Seemed human, besides some strange features.
Then he is my favorite enemy. I don't.
She can track them better.
Yeah.
Cool.
I
Yeah.
would like to look around the place and look for human.
My human tracks. For humans.
Okay. You have to make a. If you're looking for tracks in this area, it's just going to be a normal, old-fashioned wisdom survival check. No advantage.
No advantage, not with my favorite enemy.
No.
What?
Wait. Survival.
You look around, you see a little bit of foot traffic. However, none of it resonates as you can't really follow any of these in particular. None of them seem to be human in origin. None of them seem to be from a living human at the very least.
Do I smell rotting?
Rotting?
Yeah, do I smell like either like that putrid scent from either the cauldron or
Make a perception check.
and I'm gonna be kind of continuously at disadvantage.
Correct. Pretty good, though.
Seven-
You sniff around, and the air around you is certainly not fresh. There's a putrid scent that hits the air. A vague smell of iron kind of reaches back into your nostrils and into your palate. And it's not pleasant. Something isn't right. But
Master, as you
Uh,
ascend, please be careful. We don't want another incident where you end up separated from the group again.
kind of whispering that out as you're heading up the stairs, Aster.
Moran, the dire wolf was tracking the necromancer's footpaths, yes?
Well, the necromancer's footpaths or the smell of that wax seal that was on the letter. One or the other.
Oh. I'm not sensing any human things, any living human things.
About how
Are
big
you-
is the room we're in?
It's not very large. It's probably about 15 or 20 feet from the door to the back wall.
And is there like a door for another part, or is it just stairs going up?
It's just stairs going up.
Okay. And for Martin's gonna cast Divine Sense to look for any undead. He's probably gonna do that for the next 5 floors.
Okay. What's the range on it?
60 feet. Not behind total cover.
Okay. Yeah, no senses yet. But are you heading up the stairs?
He's following it on.
Would Morana know, given her unique history, if a necromancer would show up as alive or dead if you tried to sense them?
Make a religion check for me.
I'm proficient in religion. For what reason?
There are a lot of different strange magics out there. Some that prevent death, some that keep you alive after death in a sort of perpetual state of undeath. But there have been records of necromancers walking this line and crossing it various times. Most of the time, however, if a necromancer crosses that line, they usually opt to become a lich, if possible. Simply because it gives them the most sense of control, power, and immortality they seek. The creature you faced off with in the catacombs, the necromancer, did not seem to be a lich. Seemed far less than a lich.
The town would be dead if it was a lich.
Yeah, you would all actually be dead if it was a lich.
I don't know if it's too meta. I want to pull the books to see if there's a secret room.
Pull the books.
Yeah, we could do like investigation with the books.
Do you want to pull them or do you want to investigate the book?
Not like pull them to knock them down. Try not to make sound, but like, you know,
Like pull them
tilt
out.
them out. Yeah.
You pull them one by one, and as you pull the last one, you feel a lever and a mechanism release.
No shit.
One of
Let's go, Mark.
It's like in the books Mom would read.
One of the stone walls
And he immediately
on the
runs
bottom floor
behind the nun.
opens up. Behind, there's a small chamber. As it opens, the smell of death permeates out of the room, and all of your nostrils are filled with a rotting smell of corpses that have long since gone off. You kind of look in there. There is simply a staircase that kind of goes down just a few feet and leads into this large open chamber where there are various discarded body parts, corpses, skeletons, and other just hunks of meat from various sources spewing about.
Can he lay at the top of the stairs, or kind of crawl up to the stairs, peer over the edge, and then Divine Sun's down there?
Yeah, as you. None of it is undead or fiendish in nature, but it is gruesome nonetheless. You see a few knickknacks kind of cast about the disgusting body of piles of flesh. There is various remains of the living creatures that were once attached to this flesh in the pile. You're not sure if anything is valuable, but you do see, bits of metal, bits of clothing, bits of armor, maybe some talismans in there, maybe some weapons.
Should we get Aster?
I'll go up to the stairs to the point where I can find a corner. Just kind of look around. If I don't
Corner?
really,
Stairs don't ever corner. They just keep going. It's just a good spiral case. They keep going up. Unless
Oh,
you go up
this-
for
this-
how long do you go up? Because for the most part, it's just keeps going up.
go up for a minute, and if I don't see anything, I'll go back down. Especially because I'm probably not hearing anybody coming up.
Yeah, after a minute, it's just more staircase. Just keeps going up.
I will take a quick route down and go down and look
Head
for
back
the
down.
group.
They're how high is the next floor? How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling's only 11 or 12 feet up.
So when he went up, it was a different floor, or is it just bare stone wall?
When he walked up, it was all stone walls on each side, and he walked up a minute, and that is well past 9 or 12 feet.
Okay.
What are the books that Martin pulled down and checked? What do they say? What are they about?
As you pull them, a few of them are real books containing various non-sensories about history and natural flora, as well as just some other, bland bookseller books, bookshelf, bookstore books, just kind of various topics. Nothing too interesting. But the final book is just a fake book that is simply just a tome that is there as a lever.
Does it say lever on the spine?
Yeah, that's what it says. It says, this is a secret lever. Please do not pull it.
As I come in, I'm like, oh, I see you found something.
I saved that one for last because it was too obvious.
Good on you. It could, sometimes people leave those to explode.
I was also going to take it home. I was interested in what it said. I was at least going to read the summary on the back.
That is actually an excellent point. I'll look. Is there any interest? Are there any books that might be particularly interesting? Nothing at all.
Like Marana was looking at the books earlier, they're all vague histories of the area, just general knowledge books, nothing too pertinent to the investigation at hand, but they're books if you want to read through them.
I'll take a random one off the shelf and throw it in my
Most of them are
satchel.
pulled to the ground, but yeah.
I
grab
will
one.
pick one off of the ground and throw in a bag, and I'll just read
Okay.
that later.
As you pull it, you see the title is The Grand Adventures of Humphrey the Magnificent.
This better not be
I
another
will-
thieves' cat thing.
I will also take. I'll take 2 books and put them in. I can't read them, so I don't know what they are, but I'm just gonna take 2.
You grab 2 books, and you have The Grand Adventures of Humphrey there. Enjoy that.
Do I have 2 copies?
You don't have 2 more. I was saying he has the 1 copy. It's just all
Uh,
copies the same, but no, you have 2
Yes,
books.
it's
You
the
don't know what they
same
do.
book.
You don't know what
He
they
just
are.
bought them to
gotcha.
look smart.
Sound great. He's truly a mighty warrior. I should take all these books. Figure out how he does it.
I will also take 3.
There's no more books.
No more books.
Yeah, that would have been all the books. There were only
Are
like a
there-
few left on the shelf.
Are there other smallish things that are roughly book shaped in size?
There's a bread box on the table.
Perfect.
Okay. It's a
It's
wooden
a
bread
Wonder
box.
Bread.
No, it is. As you pull it open, the bread inside is rotten and permeated and long since gone off. Throw it off, but there's still mold growing around the wood. But oh yeah, add
the room
flavor.
with the bodies, does it look like there's like a secret or like a door or something hidden underneath all of these bodies that is like kind of being covered up by the?
Make a perception check because you're just looking for any scene. Yeah, here.
Jeez
Nothing that
Louise.
you can notice.
Oh, I should mention.
Everyone make a perception
the-
check for me real quick.
Okay. I'll say it while we're making perception checks. I walked that stairwell for about an hour, for about a minute, and it did not end. I didn't come across any other change in.
Marana, you hear the sound of glass breaking faintly in the distance, very far above you.
Aster's like talking, so I like shush and I like look up and I'm like, Opal, did you hear that?
You
Did I hear that? I did not hear that.
Somebody just broke glass. I like walk outside to see if there's like a window or something. That's
No windows in this tower, except at the very top.
Wait, Marana, how far above you did you hear that? Like right above us, or
Ways away.
it was pretty far up.
Well, I suppose we have a decision to make, up or down.
Hmm.
I think up might be the better idea. Nanan, you pointed up.
Yes. Go in the direction of activity.
Also, I'd rather not slough my feet through rancid fat. It does not sound pleasant. So, up towards
Perhaps
the
on
woods.
Are you
our
sure?
exit, we
Pretty good for the skin, Aster.
Wait, what? I didn't catch what you said.
Nothing. I
Also,
said, are
I'm
you
still.
sure it's supposed to be pretty good for the skin?
I don't. I understand the joke you're making about soap. Also, I'm still invisible. It lasts for an
Oh.
hour. It wouldn't be any different to.
it would not be. Well, perhaps we can investigate this dungeon on as we make our exit. Perhaps, though, before we trek up, we should close this again. That's possible.
Martin
Can we?
puts the book back. Or
As you
unpulls the lever.
Push it back and forward. The door closes. Stone door in front of the gore closes. Smell gets a bit better.
I will put my bread box on the shelf.
Put it back. There you go. You missed it
Uh-huh.
already.
I will come
you
back
want to
for
keep the-
you.
If you wanted to keep the bread box, you can.
It's hoping that
Sure.
you keep that promise. If not, it'll be sorely disappointed.
Oh god, he's cast awakening on all of his objects inside the room.
I will be
Up.
back. Box. We have to come back here anyway, right?
It trusts
Yes.
you. It seems like it has no reason to doubt you, and it sees you as the savior of its bleak life stuck inside this tower.
Kill it.
I have such a strong attachment to this bread box now.
It is
Is
bonded
the
with you
front
too.
door still open?
It is.
I'll close it.
And you hear a vroom noise from the other side.
I hope to God that is just the sound of an illusion being cast and we are not sealed in here by brick wall.
Yes, you are sealed in here. You've fallen into my trap. and now you die.
I knew it.
That'd be a pretty
I
funny
will-
prank.
Use thaumaturgy to make it sound like we are extra sealed in.
Yeah, the sound of like the bank vault like spinning closed, like,
Yeah.
or like jail cell. The
Yeah. There you go. Some of you start to feel claustrophobic.
Yes.
I've got my
Cool.
2 a.m. zoomies, so I'm gonna start my way up the stairs.
I got the zoomies. Let's
Okay.
go up.
Heading up the stairs. What's the marching order? Opal first because he sprinted ahead. Who's next?
I'll
Aster?
go next. I'd like to be up
Opal,
in front.
Aster. Who's next?
Looks like Nanan.
Then on Martin.
Yes.
None.
And
And
then
then
me.
Martin or Marana.
Then Martin and then Marana. I'm last.
Okay.
Oh, last.
Okay, cool. You all begin to sprint up the stairs, and it is minutes of ascending. It's like you're still going up. No signs of any doors or leeways on the sides. Just all the way up this corkscrew like shape to the top. Keeps going. Unless you're doing anything, it'll take probably about an hour to just fully ascend this.
All right. So the protection is gone and visibility is gone.
It's a long ascent.
Can I investigate to see if there's any like illusory terrain? Like are we walking into the warp? We get
Yeah,
warped to
Bowser's
the
Castle, where you're just watching the stairs, and you keep going upstairs, you keep going upstairs, keep going
Bowser's
upstairs.
Castle,
Maybe.
Ganon's
Maybe.
Castle.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Do I
stairs that are
sense-
infinite. Make
do I sense
a Arcana check. You know that there are spells of this capability. So I'll say you can make a perception check. Yeah, perception check. Don't get any advantage or disadvantage based on your knowledge of the spell. Yeah. You're looking at it, and
Oh.
it just seems like a normal staircase, and it's just really big, just really long. It's taking a while to walk up.
If I put my hand through to the wall, is it actual stone, or is it another illusion that my hand passes through like the front door?
Most of it is stone. In fact, feeling it, just putting your hands against it, is all stone, moving all the way up. And as you're kind of walking, this is kind of a tight, narrow stairway. It's only like enough for like 1 by 1. It's like a 5-foot space on each stair. So you have a vision kind of around you, and all of these walls are solid, even to your sonar, so to speak. It's very odd.
I'm starting to get uncomfortable the higher that we go.
Yeah, keeps going. It goes like you walk for a while, and you're sure the height of the tower outside, you should have been by it to the top by now. Like, it's without a doubt in your mind, but you're still going up.
Martin, I know you're from the area. Have you ever heard of this tower?
Nope.
Oh. Oh, I'm like, no. Can we break?
Whoa, I need a second.
Let's take a breather.
This is
Welcome.
stupid magics.
You'll say about 30 minutes through the journey. It's just like, this is a lot of walking. Take a moment. Gather around.
Nanan, do you have any method of dispelling something of this effect?
I don't think
don't-
so.
I don't know what it is, but this doesn't feel right, and I feel like our senses are being played, and I just don't know how.
Wish we had a slinky to see how long it would slink.
That would solve this puzzle.
I
And
could.
it comes back
um,
down and hits Go on.
I could send Vivesh up and see if she sees an end in sight.
This is the work of an enemy stand.
That sounds like a good idea, Nan.
Vivesh. I will give her little piece of pocket fish.
Pocket fish.
Go ahead, see if you see something. And come back in a minute either.
You send Vivesh to slither up the stairs?
Or the fly.
Okay, to fly? How long?
A minute up.
Minute?
Another minute.
She sends a minute up. Are you waiting for the minute for her to return?
Yeah, just while we're chilling out, waiting.
60 seconds or so pass. She returns. She reports that she flew a minute up. Turn a minute back.
She can
minute
fly
doesn't
really fast too, by the way.
That's
60
true. So
feet.
it's quite a distance up.
This is going to sound weird. I'll be back when Vivesh leaves. I'll go down for a minute.
A minute, okay. You head down for a minute. Head down the stairs, heading down for a minute. Okay. You're down the stairs for a minute. Do you head back up at the end of a minute?
Yes.
Okay. You're both kind of coinciding at the times when you return. Like Vivesh returns and Aster returns, roughly the same time.
You guys have excellent time objectivity.
Oh, thank you. I had a hunch that if I went down, we would just end up at the bottom floor. So it's only been 30 minutes or an hour?
It's been 30 minutes. It's not a full hour of the ascent.
I'm also sorry, Martin. The spell unfortunately faded. Didn't think we'd be walking for this long.
It's right. Oh, shit.
I'm still invisible. Got 29 minutes on this bitch.
Have I ever heard of anything like this? Just in
Arcana check.
studies as a child, have I ever heard of?
Can
Are
I
you
weird-
trained in Arcana? Are you trained in Arcana? Anyone trained in Arcana? I think Aster already made a check for this to determine the nature of the spell. But anyone trained in Arcana can attempt to learn about any spells that may
Ooh, hold on. That might
disrupt your mental faculties enough to
None. Guidance. Guidance.
change your illusion of time. Or your
Yes,
perception of
can
time.
I wish guidance on you because of I am confused by this thing.
You just want to help so bad. You get the guidance. Who you guiding?
Moran.
Okay, you can add a D4 to that.
Cool.
15.
You know of spells that are capable of warping the mind and changing one's perception. But most of them have a trick. Most of them have something about them that gives you an edge when it comes to solving them. So far, everything you've tried logically with this has responded as it logically would. Every single facet, if this is an illusion, has reacted as a natural progression. You walk up 30 minutes to go walk down if you want to try to walk down. And if you go up a minute, it's up a minute. If there's a spell at work here, it's complex in nature, extremely.
I'm gonna try something weird. I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna walk up the stairs for like 30 seconds. But instead of thinking about getting to the top of the tower, I'm gonna think about going down the tower, if that makes sense. Kind of like that little room that we were in. I'm gonna think like that, going downward into
Having like the MC Escher stairs or the infinite
Yeah.
flowing stairs thing.
You walk down the stairs, closing your eyes, and you all see
Walking
Those
up
Marana.
but going trying to go down.
heads past your horizon of your view. Or she's kind of actually walking up the stairs. Actually, point yeah, she's walking up the stairs until she disappears from your view. And Marana, as you're walking, you walk, and then you step off the stairs. You step into a flat room, and you open your eyes, and you're back at the base floor of the tower. Which is odd because the stairs that once went up now go down behind you, and you're in that same room, and you see the front door that leads out to the outside. It's very strange.
If I pull the book, is it the same room with bodies in there?
Yeah, the book room opens once more, and
Is my bread box still there?
it is. It is calling for salvation and wishes that it wasn't left alone and feels abandoned.
I'll put the box back, put the book back, and close the room back up. And then I'll get back on the stairs. And now, instead of thinking about down, I'll think about where I left everyone else. And then I'll walk.
And you all see, walking back down the stairs from where she emerged, Marana reappears.
I'm a genius. You guys can thank me later. Just think about the top of the tower, and then I'll start walking again.
And you disappear above the horizon once more. That means you're first.
Oh God!
I'll follow suit I'll follow suit to what Morana said and think about the top.
My eyes were closed to begin with, and I will continue to do the same.
Okay, as you kind of focus on that image. So we're gonna say Marana, Aster, Opal. Who's next?
I will screw up my face really tight and just try to work around that mind warp. Top of the stairs. Top of the stairs. Top of
the tower.
Top of the tower. Top of the tower. Top of the stairs. And then
we'll say that puts you at the end. So we'll say Martin probably gets you next. Before we get to the top of the tower, it's another quick, probably last break of the game, but let's take another 5-minute break here because we're about to get into some stuff as we come to the top of this tower. Possibly. Very possibly.
Marana, nice thinking.
Pretty good, Brandon. Pretty good, Brandon.
Oh, dang.
Still invisible. I have to remember that I'm still invisible.
But I was like, she can't just jump to think down when you go up the tower. So I was like, let me take like an Arcana check or something.
Awesome.
We'll spend an hour upstairs. Marana is so mad.
Thankfully, apparently we only spent 30 minutes going up the stairs.
BRB.
Turns out we've actually spent 7 days in this tower.
We're gonna come out and the necromancer's taken over.
I really hope we get to kill this fucking guy. I'm curious, Martin. We had a pretty close brush to death not too long ago. Any ideas for a backup?
Oh yeah.
Class? Race? Think you're willing to share?
Other sorcerer or wizard.
Okay. I was thinking fighter rogue.
Yeah, rogue would be handy.
Rogue would be handy.
Yeah, I have I was wanting to play with the Psy Blades.
They seem really fun.
Yeah. Do you love Gunslinger? I don't remember.
I love Gunslinger.
Cool. Gunslinger, Psyblade. That's what I was.
That'd be fun.
Is the combo I'm looking at.
Firearms are very new in this setting, but they are existent and they are fun. And I like them.
Just because the first big combat we got into, I almost died. So
this is true. This is true. Combats are strong. I mean, it really depends on the design. Like, if we're in like a dungeon setting, I do dungeon setting design, but if you're going to only get one combat per game, they have to be deadly. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
Depends on the setting. Depends on the situation. I would just say be careful going to the situation you're walking to now. Because it's
I'm
dangerous.
still invisible because you said we were only going up a half hour. Concentration
true.
of an hour.
So you got 30 minutes
have-
of visibility.
Yeah, I've got like 25 minutes or so because
Roughly.
I walked up and down for a minute. Walked up
More
for a
than
minute
enough
the
to
first time.
deal with combat, that's for sure.
Yeah. More than enough to hit the person once
And lose it.
and immediately lose it.
Great
Hopefully he
invisibility is a
doesn't
hell
have
of a
true
drug.
sight. But yeah, if it was a lich, we'd be dead. So I'm pretty sure he's not a lich. I just don't know what he is.
Yep.
Or this also might actually be a lich. And we're fucked.
You're just dead. Easy. Follow it into its lair. Easy. Who knows? Who knows? Who really knows?
I was reminded of an entity from my horror podcast called The Buried, where they deal with like claustrophobia or like being in an area for a very long time. And I was just
Dog.
like,
Dog gonna play. Oh, dog. Come back.
cat's on the thing.
Sorry. That was just really distracting.
Nah, it's all good. I don't have much to add.
If dog
I just
comes
really-
into my view, I must look at it.
I just really hope that this thing that it is that necromancer and I get to run my blade through him. Aster's pride was hurt. He's very upset.
It's gonna be a long game, and I'm really into it. Like this campaign in general, I feel like it's gonna be longer than I expected, and I'm into that. A lot of exploration goes on with this group, and I like that. I like that a lot. It leads to stuff like this. Like a group that doesn't explore would never have found all of this, because there have been a lot of stop ups, which is why this area, this particular next coming part was so hard to get to, because like there was a chance that people would just give up on the stair puzzle, and there was a chance that they just wouldn't find this, and then there was a lot of odds start to get stacked against you. So it's really fun. I really like how it played out. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. This arc might be longer than I thought as well, like session-wise. Maybe not level-wise, but session-wise. Not a bad thing either. We'll see how it goes.
We're all gonna die. Great.
Yeah, you could all die. It could be shorter than I expected. That's true.
We all die. Have to start over.
Yeah, new arc, new story, new campaign.
Just aim for the heart.
Aim for the heart. Swear to God, Martin.
With how Martin rolls, he'll probably be fine.
For the heart.
-6.
Natural 20 one shots the final boss.
Yeah. It'll happen with this smite that he only uses for smite. It'll definitely happen.
Okay, I cast a spell and it wore off. What's that teach me? Don't do it.
Do it sooner.
Don't cast
I mean,
buffs.
later.
Yeah.
Don't cast buffs. Cast it
Pre-buffing
really
is a
early.
good
Why?
idea. It's just unfortunate when we don't.
Just
You know
cast
how long
smite.
you're gonna be going
Just smite.
into
That's what I've
each
learned.
direction.
Stop telling me the wrong lessons. The right lesson is smite.
Smite is the right lesson. You're right. I'm sorry. Should smite always, every time.
Mhm.
Even
It just sucks I can't hit as often, but whatever.
well.
Wait,
For
what was
already?
that thing you did where you rolled a natural 20 and got a 12?
That was when I put on the modifier for aiming for the heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. How many
That's pretty
things can
good.
you hit with a 12?
Everything, because it's a natural 20.
Natural
It doesn't
20,
matter.
natural
If I could
20
hit a
does
Tarrasque,
ignore it.
if
Yeah.
I could take half the health out of a
Right,
Tarrasque.
We were doing the natural 20 auto hits. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And if you cancel a crit, this is how I do it. If you have a grave cleric and they cancel the crit, I just say that it cancels the crit damage, but it still auto hits.
Because it auto hits and auto crits. That makes sense. It's only canceling one of those two things. Where'd my game notes? There they are. I was like, which one of these is notes? There we go. Everyone
It's
ready?
over a lot faster.
Drink more.
Sure.
Or whatever more. Drug more. Whatever it is.
Bruh.
Unsoberize. Who? As we bring it back in, you're all ascending the staircase and finding yourself to the top of this floor, as it were, in the order that you were. Everyone make a perception check for me as you get to the top of the staircase.
Natural 20. 2. Well, total of 1.
Very good.
I'm concentrating so hard on top of the tower, top of the stairs.
Okay.
I'm also thinking about
Cool.
it way too hard.
Uh,
Oh,
these are sound-based
True.
rolls, so I don't know if you would have disadvantage. But your first
do.
roll was a natural 1, so.
well, I mean, she has disadvantage because she has disadvantage on ability.
Oh, yeah, exhausted, of course.
Right, that's why.
of course. Regardless, pretty bad. Let's see.
Martin.
You all hear some vague shouting. I just realized it wouldn't matter unless you speak Dwarvish.
Boom.
To
Hey.
discern.
Marana and I.
Yeah, you do hear some things in the distance. Hopefully, you don't pick up on it. Marana, however, excuse me, you do hear. What the fuck is this? It was supposed to be right here. This is where I said it'd be. And you hear a loud clamoring of things just being knocked aside. It sounds like some glass vials and various metal objects just kind of fall to the ground. Okay, what in here? What else do I need to think about? Different floor. Which floor did it be on? Didn't give me any directions on that, did you? You kind of hear all this shouting from around the corner. A lot of you can hear various. You all hear the noise of this, but it would have mattered the words you would have picked up. But since you only speak Dwarvish, only 2 people had a chance to actually read this. I thought didn't I just? Yeah, no. So I just grabbed a beer. I was like, none of these, all these are empty, but this one couldn't be. Yeah. Anyway. He says that too. I was like, he's just like reaching around for drinks. Like, I need something to calm the nerves. Okay, you two, you're doing no use standing here. Not like you're very complex thinkers. You can't help me look. And you just kind of keep hearing the ramblings go on and on for the next 5 or 10 minutes or so.
Marana, what's he
depending on
saying?
He never figures out what floor he's supposed to be on. Oh, did you hear me?
Yeah. Never figured
Did he
out
ever
what floor
figure
he's
out-
supposed to be.
Everyone make a stealth check
No.
for me too.
Okay.
Oops.
8.
Yeah, Martin and Opal, as you're stepping forward, you both kind of crunch down. Your foot snaps on something, and you look down. It's the bone that you're breaking in half with the pressure of your feet. You don't see that, Opal, but you sense it. At this time here, what was that? I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Oh my god! What is up with tonight?
Okay. That brings us to the top of the round here. You see as which one is this? Yeah. This. Oh, let me show you.
Yeah. We're not in the same map.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's very true. That's very true. You see, as this creature runs around the corner, lurches forward towards you. It's going to go 5, 10, 15. Seeing you, it's going to just run forward and attack Mara. It is going to go ahead and take a bite against you, just cleaving out. It's going to be 16 to hit.
Oh.
That hits. That's going to be 10 points of piercing damage. It just lurches. Oh, so hard, like my headphones fell off. It lurches right into your shoulder and just rips out a chunk of flesh. What's that, ghoulie? You got something on your leash? I was getting a bit hungry. And that's going to be its turn. Marana, what are you doing?
What? Since this thing is like right on me, I'm gonna cast this. You like watch as she kind of like snarls when it bites her, and then like her hands get dark and kind of like sharpen, and it looks like she has like claws of shadow, and she's gonna scratch out at this thing.
That hits. Wait. Yeah, that hits. Go roll damage. You just cleave right back at it. 7 points of acid damage. Oh. You see as you cleave into its body, sort of melt parts of the flesh and bone away, and it kind of recoiling, also ready to go in for another attack. That's hard. Okay. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And anything else you're doing?
Yes, I'm gonna try to step back. I'm gonna try to move my. I'm gonna like rotate kinda, and just kind of get like against the. I guess these are shelves right here. Oh.
Head there.
Like right here. Yeah. No. Right there.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it doesn't take attack opportunity because it's you're still in melee range. At your turn.
Mhm.
Another one of the creatures is going to emerge here and go ahead and take another attack at you, Marana. Going for another bite, just lunging out at you. It's only 5 to hit, so I don't think it hits.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, Nan, what are you doing?
Unmute. I am going up the stairs. Up to the top of the stairs. Wait. Stuck.
Yeah. You should be kind of at the top of the stairs, but it is dark in this hallway.
Oh, there we go. Oh gosh, I cannot see anything.
Yeah, you don't dark vision, do you?
No,
No, you don't.
I will cast Produce Flame then.
Gives you how much vision?
I think it's 10 and 10 dim.
10 bright, 10 dim?
Yeah.
And there you go.
Oh. Oh, Nelly. And shit. Well, that's basically my action, so I can either have it or cast it. But the light from the produce flame, would that exist for the round?
If you attack with the flame, doing so ends the spell.
Yeah.
Second paragraph.
The flame ends as you throw it.
Okay. Shit.
What you doing?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
Got any spells for a bonus action you want to cast?
Ooh, as a bonus action, I can use Hungry Jaws.
Against something in melee range. You gonna bite Opal?
I will run up into this one and bite this one.
use your hungry jaw attack. Just make a bite attack. That hits for sure. Go roll
Let's
crit damage.
Oh.
Ah. Nice.
As you rip into this creature, you see as you just rip a huge chunk of meat out, kind of ripping its midsection out, revealing the spine very clearly. But it is barely clinging on to life.
And now you have a bonus temp HP equals your con modifier.
Yeah.
That brings us to Opal.
Okay. I felt Nanan run by in that direction. I'm going to bonus action Earthen Elucidation, spending a key point to do so.
Okay.
Do I sense that I would be able to kind of like leapfrog over either Marana or Nanan and like claw or quarterstaff one of these creatures in the head?
So here's the issue with this. You can move through friendly creatures as long as you end in an open space. You can move
Right.
through hostile creatures with an attempt. I'd say you could attempt to like try to slide past them with like an acrobatics check to try to like squeeze through them. However, if it
Like
fails,
it'll be like an attacking squeeze, though.
Yeah, but just to end your turn on someone, you have to do it either way to end your turn on
Right.
a space that's not one of your allies. So you to try to get through here, you have to squeeze through, which you'll make an attack with what you do. I'd say if you fail your acrobatics check to try to do this, they'll get an attack of opportunity against you, both of them.
That's totally fine. I will give it a try.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to just, serpentine, and then like flying claw into the face of this guy. Oh, right here.
Okay, you slide through, go make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Check. Nope. Skills. There. Acrobatics, which I make with disadvantage.
Okay, you see as they both quickly lash out with their claw attacks. It's going to be a 6 to hit on the first one, and then a 23 to hit on the second one.
The second one. You said 6 or 16. I mean, either way, they both missed. So
Yeah, 6
23
misses,
hits.
23 hits. And then it's going to be 6 points slash damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Doing dope monk shit while tired is pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw. Do I have disadvantage on the check? Or sorry, on the save?
It's a saving throw. I don't think exhaustion gives you disadvantage on saving throws. Just check.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, not until 3rd level.
Ooh, God. Opal.
You're paralyzed for 1 minute.
Oh, that's big bad. Okay, I'm gonna
Cool.
stay here.
Slide face first into the ground. Just slide into the back. That is unfortunate. Aster, what are you doing?
Yep.
I am invisible, but that won't. I'll try and bulldog my way through them, I guess. Not trying to necessarily like damage them, just push through them.
So you can make an athletics check to try to push through with brute force. Same thing way the acrobatics is like you're just squeezing through versus pushing through. So say athletics check if you want to try to push through and just move past them. Yeah,
18.
you can make it. You want to head here?
Yep.
Okay. You see this individual, as a lot of you do, a vampiric dwarf with the beady orange eyes and sharp fangs. Hisses at you as you approach. You've interrupted something great.
Did
Make
I?
sure you die.
Does that end my invisibility?
It does. It's kind of like an attack. It's like an abrasive maneuver to push past. So you do
Okay,
reappear
that's fair.
as you approach.
I will. Oh, great! Can I see he's got like vampire teeth?
Yeah, he's shearing them at you. He's just growling at you. His claws extend.
Vampire!
Looks like he's about to pounce.
Awesome! Great! I well, hold on. I might not want to do that. Trying to think. Do I take the dodge action?
Only got a few seconds to think.
Yeah, I know. Oh, shit. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just attack. Crimson Right, Crimson Right, Great Sword's going to swing with Green Flame Blade at the thing. This ghoulie boy.
The one on the top?
15 to hit, yes.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. So damage to the first one. For 10 points of damage.
Ooh,
Are they resistant to
good.
cold at all?
No. So
It would reduce 1 to 1, so. And then also this guy takes 5 points of fire, 4 points of fire damage as the green flame licks off of the blade.
And jumps into him, and you see him just poof, engulf into the green flame and burn away into cinders as he dies.
And then would I have any movement left from shoving through, or would that have cost extra movement?
10. No, it was a check to see if you could do it without invoking attack of opportunity. So you're good with your movement cost. You still have.
Oh, actually, they can't even opportunity attack me anyway. They don't have the reactions anymore.
That's true. That's true. So yeah,
I will then step over to make sure that other people can have room to get through. Oh dear.
Yep.
5. I'll stay. Nah, fuck it. Bonus action casting vampire. No, I have my turn.
Cool. Okay. It is now the creature's turn. You see, as he just grabs on, looks at you, keeping his head locked on you, Master. He just and just like crawls up the wall and right above you, and then drops down on top of you, making an attack. So he drops down here. He's actually gonna make 2 attacks. One of them is gonna be a bite attack. And it's gonna be an 18 to hit on the bite.
That hits.
And then a 21 to hit on the claw.
That also hits.
So as he bites down into you and claws down to you, you take 11 points of piercing, or actually 4 points of piercing damage, 4 points of necrotic damage. And, wait, no, that's not right. Oh, so it's hang on. Okay. Yes, plus 3, so it's it's 11 points of damage total. I don't know. I think the plus 3's to the. Yeah, the plus 3's to the piercing damage, so it's the piercing.
They have
So it's
Well, I'm not resistant to necrotic damage, so.
Okay, good. So 7 points of piercing. Yeah, it doesn't matter in this case, but 4 points of necrotic. There we go. Figured that out.
So 11 points total.
I was trying to figure out what I was like. What was the 11 for it? To my brain a minute.
You can actually apply the damage, and that was from the first attack.
Do you need to apply it, or have you already done it?
I'll do it now. And then that was both attacks.
Nope, that was the first attack.
Okay.
He is instead.
Also, do I have to make a con save?
Make sure.
It's.
Your hit point maximum is reduced by an amount equal to the necrotic damage. Your HP drops by 4. Your max HP.
My max HP is now 36.
Yep. Cool. Yep.
And then the claw?
And the claw damage. Okay. He could choose to grab you, but he's not because he's already hit you with the bite, so he's going to hit you with the damage and take 8 points of slashing damage. You want to apply? I can apply it. I can do it now that I remember I can do it.
I'll apply it. It's fine.
It's done. I did it.
Okay.
Yeah. I just gotta remember I can do it. I can do it really fast if I remember to do it. It's just like I forget I can do it sometimes. That is gonna be him as he's just lashing out. He's dropped down on you, bitten you, and he's kind of like holding on to you as he just clasps into your arm, or clasps into like the side of you with a claw, and then just bounces off, and he's ready to go for some more attacks. Martin, what are you doing?
Martin moves up behind Morana and attacks zombie. Hit.
13 hits. Yeah. How do you want to kill that guy?
He's looking at the vampire as he moves, but he's like, okay, I do this quick. And he just quickly, like, behind Morana, like, excuse me, stabs him right through the eye. And then...
Ghoul goes limp, falls to the ground.
And then as a bonus action, he's gonna compel duel the vampire. Roll a wisdom save.
I was thinking he was gonna bonus action thrust because he dropped that creature to 0.
So what's
And it's also a good
Oh wait, is the thing it's alive? It's dead. Right? Okay.
You killed that ghoul, but
what's the he needs to make it what kind of save?
Wisdom. 14.
Save. The 14?
Mhm.
And what happens if he fails?
He has to fight me, or else he has disadvantage on anyone else.
How do you compel him to this duel?
After he, like, with the pike still in the zombies kind of like shaking it out, like trying to pull it out, but the body's kind of coming with. He's like, sorry, Marana. Hey, over there. I'm tastier. Look, this one wants to eat me.
You see the yeah, you actually just see it as the head of the dwarf turns to you, and he quite stringy, but I'll make do with the meat you got.
And then he's gonna take his mermaiding movement and run.
All right. This one's dead. So Marana, what are you doing?
Okay, so I know that that's a vampire, obviously, because of my own background. Do I know what some of the weaknesses are of vampires are?
It looks vampiric for sure. Yeah, you could probably denote that it's probably a vampire-like creature.
So the reason
none of the weaknesses. Make a religion check.
The reason that I'm asking is because I have a wooden stake in my inventory. It's something that I have already. So would I know what to do with that?
You would know that the 17, the vampire can be destroyed by a piercing weapon made of wood if driven into its heart while it's incapacitated in its resting place, specifically in its resting place. So doing it in any part of the world won't matter. It has to be put into its particular place it returns to when it dies.
Okay. Then she'll kind of look at this what's wrong with me? I'm losing my words. She'll look at the vampire and she will activate her form of dread. And so she'll get her 1d10 plus 4 temporary hit points.
You see as Marana's form shifts into that of a large shadowy creature, where the most of her body is, it just shifts into the trunk of this creature, and the arm and the torso kind of exists above her head as arms kind of extend out into these long clawed-like visages, and the head just kind of into this rudimentary form of a head with large, almost anglerfish-like teeth. Yeah, gain that much temporary HP, and then it needs to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw, right?
I think that's when I attack.
Oh, is that when you attack?
But I'm going to attack, so yeah, he doesn't make that.
Okay,
I'm going to make an Eldritch Blast attack anyway, so.
Okay, go make an attack. He'll make the saving throw. He succeeds to save, so he's not
It's
frightened.
hit.
But
Yeah.
oh, okay, cool. Well, there you go. It misses either way as he kind of sees it coming. He's kind of you're kind of shooting at him as he's dropping from the ceiling, and he sees it coming, and he just and maneuvers his body in the air, and the blast goes right by him. And he drops down and makes the attack disaster. Anything else you're doing?
Yes, I'm going to back up to where Martin is.
Okay.
Right.
Go for it.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Nan, what are you doing?
So, sorry, I had a plan and then I second thought it last minute. Okay. I will also back up, but before I do, I will call out to the fuzzy one and cast Healing Word. It's my bonus action.
All right.
Ta-da. And the
Sounds
heal
like healing
7.
to you, Opal.
Thank you. I'm still paralyzed for a minute.
Yep.
But that brings me.
But
back
not
to
quite so
full-
dire.
Yes.
And then I will come back to right in front of Martin, and I will cast Sanctuary.
All right. You doing that on Martin?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Anything else you're doing? I think it's all of your stuff.
Yeah.
Opal, at the end of your turn, you're still paralyzed at the beginning of your turn, so you are paralyzed for your turn. But at the end of your turn, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay. Let's go. We got this. No,
Still
we
paralyzed at the end of your turn.
don't.
Very
Oh my
cool.
god, I rolled a 3 and a 4.
Aster, you see just the paralyzed cat form behind you, and the teeth and claws cleaving down into you in front of you. What are you doing?
Yep.
You're muted. All of these things
Muted.
are muted.
No, here. Ears. No
here.
work.
Yes.
Right. He's got some of my blood in his mouth, and I'll cause that blood to freeze a little bit as I cast blood, as I use my blood curse of the marked. And I will also take a D4. I will also take a D4 of damage
So
and
he will
amplify it,
too.
so I have advantage on the attack.
I'll say because the blood is in his mouth and it's still so fresh, you freeze all your blood. The trail is kind of being sucked away from you. Is getting frozen and it pulls away, breaking the icicles that are formed from the blood, hurting him a little bit.
You see his face go like.
Brain freeze. Fast.
Yes, it sucks. That's like a constant thing for me. Now die. Are you fucking kidding me? A 3 and a 4?
Says, I think not. As he pushes the blade aside and is about to go in with a claw attack from the side.
Alright.
You also do better than that.
5, 10. Sorry, Opal. 15, 20.
He's gonna take an attack of opportunity as you move away.
He
He
That's
has disadvantage. Thanks,
Uh,
Martin.
Yep, he's
Attack
gonna
me.
go ahead and make it with his claw. That first one definitely hits. Second one is a 16.
That hits. Does he
He's
grapple
gonna
me?
instead choose to grapple you instead of
Yep.
hitting you, and you're stuck in place. You're saying, "Not so fast! I still got plans with you." As he claws down into the back of your shoulder and pulls you back, facing him, and you just see the
Yep.
piercing red eyes in your eyes, and this is a worrisome situation. It's gonna bring us to his turn. Funny enough.
Yeah, I might be down soon.
He is gonna go ahead and take another bite at you. I'm so hungry. I'm so glad you came to me, because I am really needing a snack. And he just slurps down into you. It's gonna be a...
Why is this not the first time I've heard this?
So it's an advantage.
Well, no, it'd just be the first
16
one.
to hit.
Because he's still at disadvantage.
What's that?
He's still at disadvantage from compelled duel.
Oh, the duel is correct. So that would be a disadvantage, so it would be an equal roll. So, that's a good thing, too. Because it's going to be a natural 1 on his first roll there. So, yeah, that first attack doesn't hit, and this second attack, it's not going to be an advantage, but it's a normal attack. It's going to be 19 to hit on the second attack.
That hits.
Yes, he misses his bite, doesn't get right into the muscles.
No.
You need to bleed more, I suppose. And he just pierces down on you with the claws, dealing 7 points of slashing damage, kind of ripping open some of your veins. Ah, there's the blood. That's what I need. And that's going to
Go
be
ahead
his
and-
turn.
Go ahead and apply it if you want.
Oh, yeah, I can. I like applying damage. Just tell me when you want me to apply damage or versus when you want it done yourself. That's handy.
Yeah.
There you go. Martin, it's your turn.
Ah,
You just hear the kind of ripping of the flesh. Seems like the temptation of his hunger was. Oh, also he didn't take. Yeah. So he actually, you see the wounds that he's sustained closing on his turn, just regenerating closed. Seems back to full at this point. But yeah, Martin, go ahead.
How does Aster look?
A little fucked up.
Pretty
How do you look?
Pretty
Aster?
rough. Pretty rough.
Pretty rough. Actually, he's in the dark. I can't even see him.
He's fine.
Yeah.
That's what you assume.
Help!
He's so strong. He works out every day. He'll be fine. This is what these muscles are for.
I don't know if I'll
Yeah,
even be able to
don't
see
do
you
that.
without Nanon, but we'll see.
I mean, I am calling for help.
10. Yeah, it's dark. I can't see.
It's dark. What do you want me to do?
Follow the sound of my voice.
Okay. 15. No, I meant there. 20. 25. 30. Oh.
Ugh. Yeah, you bump into him and like, oh,
Go.
what the fuck are you doing? Can you not see that I'm trying to feed here?
No, I can't see. And then
Fuck off!
30 and lay on hands. Aster for 20.
All right, 20. Ooh. Rejuvenation of health. It just sucked all that away. I guess I'll have to suck it all again. All right.
I'd prefer it if you didn't.
Same.
Well, still hungry. Maybe when I'm done, we'll let the other see you live. Anything else you're doing, Martin?
No, that's all.
Okay. Top of the round, Marana.
She's gonna walk forward, and like when she's walking, it's like that weird distorted effect, like when something's like moving, but it's like freezing halfway through, and then she kind of like is there.
Just
because
moving
the
at like
dark-
15 FPS, pretty much. Like,
Yeah. So it's like really weird looking to everyone who's seeing it. It looks pretty creepy. And she's gonna come around the corner and cast Chill Touch on this freaking
And the-
thing. So
The
nice.
chilly hand emerges from the ground once more, grasping. He needs to make a what kind of save?
I think it's an attack roll.
Oh, attack roll
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
Didn't roll it.
That hits. So you see the circle just wraps around and claws into him. Go ahead and make a damage roll. And he has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the end of your next turn.
He did anyway.
Yes.
Nice.
All right.
And then wisdom
20
save.
necrotic.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna force him to make a wisdom save again.
He's resistant. For what now?
For my dread form.
Oh, okay, yeah, because the attack. Gotcha. Okay, wisdom saving throw. 16, natural. Oh,
It sucks.
does suck.
He succeeds.
Yeah.
Well,
That's gonna be your turn.
Mhm.
Nanan, what are you doing?
I am going up to Martin. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I will two-weapon fight him in his stupid face. With
You have the fire in one hand.
right.
Oh, I guess what you can bite, right? Nice.
Yes.
Bonk.
Ah,
Bah. That misses as he sees it coming and just deflects it with his arm.
okay. Then I will try and bite.
That hits. He's kind of has his arm up, and you see an opening, and right into him. Go no damage.
You bite us, I bite you.
It's a non-magical attack, so you feel like your pack's not doing quite as much as you'd hope, but it is impacting nonetheless.
Does Vivesh get a chance to?
Vivesh, is go on your turn.
Forgot
Just
about
buff
the
through a little bit because you're Beastmaster and it feels like it should do more. We say that she goes on your turn instead of you having a commander.
Right. Vivish. Away.
Sending her to a space or just making her attack?
She will fly by to pool 3 spaces behind him.
Okay, we'll make a separate and a non, and hang on, I'll adjust the token a little bit.
And make her small.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's the small part.
It's a kid.
Oh, baby Nanan.
Yeah, a little baby in it.
The little.
There you go.
And fly by bite attack 20 plus.
20 plus what?
See.
20
hit.
plus 6? Where'd you roll the 20?
I haven't yet. I was just. But there it is.
Oh, there it is. That hits as as Vivesh flies by, rips off a chunk. Once more, non-magical damage, so it is halved. But go ahead and roll damage.
And poison damage. It is 1 piercing damage and then rolling poison is applicable.
Okay, it doesn't have any special immunities to poison, so go and roll poison damage. Or go and roll the damage. Tell me how much is poison.
4 poison damage.
4
plus
poison
the 1
damage.
piercing.
Plus 1. Okay, you see him just kind of... Hey, that's just not fair. My thing's died within a few seconds. Yours should too. And he kind of looks at it angrily. But, still, his eyes are kind of jumping off to a few places right now. They seem very, like, hungry eyes. Looking for a meal. Anything else you're doing, Anon?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Opal, to you.
Constitution save?
Yes. Into your turn, it's true, you're still paralyzed.
You have got to be kidding me. That's a 2, a 3, and a 4.
That is so fucked up.
That's fine.
That's so fucked up. That's D&D is doing you dirty right now.
Hey man, that's fine. That's fine. I made the risk. I'm happy for it.
Aster, you see Opal's just still locked
Twitching.
up on the ground. Yeah, just trying to move but can't. What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out if I was looking at my order. Son of a bitch! It only lasts until the end of my turn. Well, fuck. Bonus action X. And then attack. X deals an extra d6 of necrotic damage, and I'm going to target his strength, so he has disadvantage on strength ability checks.
Okay.
Attack. Normal. Oh, finally. Damage. I imagine the 21 hits, right?
That's correct.
Ooh! 19 points of damage. Plus 2 necrotic damage, half to 1.
And your weapon is has the magical effect on it, so we'll consider it magical damage.
I can quickly check. But
I think we're ruling it before the kind of magical damage, but let's see what it says if it says anything in particular. But I would rule it as magical damage. Or it doesn't say anything about it because
The damage is
roll.
magical and increases as you gain levels
Okay,
as a
cool.
bloodhound.
Cool. Cool. So this isn't resistant. So pretty good cleave into him. This first one seems to really get into his meat and potatoes, so to speak. Necrotic damage is reduced. You don't seem like it's enough, so it's
Every
Okay.
point counts.
yeah, every point counts though.
Never heard it referred to as meat and potatoes. Must be a dwarven thing.
Yeah. Getting right into it. Anything else you're doing, Aster?
I'm grappled, so I can't move. Correct.
Correct. Speed is 0.
That's all. It's my action. Use my bonus action. I can't move, so I'm done.
He is going to go ahead and take another. First, is it the top of his round? At the start of his turn, yeah. So you see the wounds begin to seal back up. He hasn't healed up all of his damage, but he is reducing a lot of it he's taking. To take another bite attack at you for 8 to hit. That does not hit. And then he is going to take a claw attack at you as well, which is a 16 to hit.
Disadvantage, no? From
Still
being compelled
disadvantage
to
from-
duel?
Yep.
From what now?
Compelled duel makes all of his attacks except against Martin.
Yeah, from compelled duel. Good point. The second one's a 24. So there you go. Yeah, so he still hits. Let's see. That's gonna be 8 points of slashing damage against you, Aster.
Right. I'll do it. All right.
And he kind of looks at you on. All right, look. I'm here for a reason. You're here for a reason. Maybe you just tell me what that reason is, and we can work something out.
We want to
Otherwise,
kill
I
the
have to rip all
necromancer.
That doesn't fly. Maybe there's some other reason. Maybe you're just here for valuables. Maybe I can be convinced to let you have some of those valuables and you fuck off right now. Otherwise, I'd rip your throats out. And that's going to be the end of his turn.
I want the bread box.
You can have it. Now fuck off.
I also want to try to work it.
Martin, what are you doing?
Are we gonna fuck off?
I hope so.
No!
Oh, okay.
Blow this thing to bits, Martin! He's an undead
He's
scumbag!
gonna move behind Aster, and he
No
will...
offense, Morana.
Rude.
Did Morana tell us about the heart? Did Morana say anything about piercing its heart?
Nope, not yet.
Damn it. Alright, fine. We're gonna attack.
Here's its heart anyway. Do it, friend.
That
15.
just hits.
Smite the fuck out of it!
Yeah, I'll smite. I'll smite him.
That's Martin.
16.
16
And-
non-magical damage. So
No,
you
that's
see as
not.
It is reduced as it stabs in, but it is still
And
doing
then-
quite an impact.
Smite is how much? D6.
For this, it'd be 3d8.
3d8.
Level 1. Level 1 slot does 2d8 plus additional d8 because he's an undead fuck.
That's true.
Ooh!
That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of
Big,
damage.
beefy damage
Is
from
that,
Martin.
that's radiant damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, fight me!
Please. The energy blasts out into him, and you see the wounds that are trying to regenerate suddenly get stunted. And just, they're forced open as they kind of singe at the edges. And he's like, are you sure you don't want to reconsider?
They said no.
We kill you and we take all your stuff. Fuck you. Unless you'll tell us where your boss is.
Maybe I will if you just fuck off. Ow. Oh.
He doesn't know.
And my turn.
Okay, begins at the top of the round. Marana.
I'm going to look at the dwarf, and this time I'm gonna cast a spell, and I'm gonna say some words in Dwarvish. So I'm gonna say like, wouldn't it be easier if you just gave up? And I'm gonna cast Enthrall.
Oh, wisdom saving throw. Doesn't have a lot of wisdom, so he's making a lot of these saves pretty good so far, but so he does. There you go. No.
Oh,
He's got a wisdom natural 20. Well, he still has disadvantage on perception checks for any creature besides me, so I'm looking real tasty right now.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
You and Martin are both looking very tasty because of your compelled magics against him, and he's just looking at both of you like, I don't know which one to eat. What? Anything else you're doing?
No.
Okay, Nanan, it's your turn.
I will go up and behind and I guess. Shoot. If I cast poison spray, would that be considered magical damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or- Okay, yes, I will just barf up some poison spray.
Isn't that a 15-foot cone?
I don't think it's that
Ta-da-ta-da.
powerful.
It's just a puff. Oh.
No, it's
Still
not.
has-
10
It's an
feet.
attack. Yeah, it's poison. Okay, that's weird. It's a spray, but it's like a attack, really.
It's a very small spray. It's like a.
Like when llamas spit
Constitution
at you.
saving throw. Okay. It's gonna be an 18 to resist.
Yes, that
Ooh.
is.
This dude in his saves.
Wow. For
I
real.
think he's only ever failed against Martin.
I mean, that's-
And
Pardon
then.
the clutch.
And Vivesh, who
And
will
Vivek, true.
also fly by again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, all the way down here. Flying by. She will bite again. And so-
Natural 20.
misses. What is it? Flies by.
Too
God,
fast.
natural 20 for freaking Vivesh. Ugh, so much damage.
Brutal.
Brutal.
Brutal. Anything else you're doing?
No, that is it. I think that's all I can do.
Okay, Opal, what's your turn?
Well, same as it's been every turn. Trying to take
Yeah,
over the world.
Yeah. Good point.
Hey!
Hey! You're no longer paralyzed!
Okay, that's
Hey!
the end of my turn, though. So I don't get
Into
to
your
do
turn,
anything,
though.
right?
So you don't
Okay,
get to do this
fine.
after you're finally back in. Oh, fuck, that's
Oh,
crazy.
I'm like shaking my head, like, jeez. Who was that? I don't know who that
Yeah.
is.
Your face hurts. Aster, what's up? How you doing?
Tell us where your boss is and we'll let you leave.
Make an intimidation check.
It doesn't have to be true, guys. Come on. 11.
Killing me here. You won't really be rid of me. I'm not too worried about it.
Still got holy water, right? Spish splash.
You know little of my kind, eh?
Would that have been my
Practically
action?
nothing.
No. It was short enough that it was within a few seconds. You can make a attack
Cool.
if you want.
18 to hit.
Hits. Go no damage.
Eat shit and die. And an additional d6 of necrotic damage. 3 reduced to 1.
Okay.
15.
Okay. You see him kind of looking rough at this point. Do it. Finish me off. Won't be long before my master turns all of you. You can't resist the Water Lord's will. He spits up a little bit of blood. Anything else for you?
Information. I got nothing for a bonus action, so that's it.
Kamiya's turn. He's gonna just look at the situation. He's looking rough, so he is going to go ahead and get the fuck out of here. He is gonna sprint 5, 10, 15, 20, invoking attack of opportunity, 25.
Yes.
Attack of opportunity from Nanan and from Aston. And from Martin, because he was in with attack range of Martin. So 3
Yep.
attacks of opportunity.
Oh.
If you want to take them. Hit, hit. Hit.
Let's go.
17 points of damage, halved. Oh god, this hurts my brain. 17 points of damage halved. What's 17 halved?
Is not
8.
9.
No, 8.
9?
Oh yeah, 8.
Or
8.
yeah.
8.
Yep.
8 is a
8.
little lower.
And
Yep.
14 points of damage. 8.
It's a total of 16 from me.
You see as he
Every-
runs away, all of your attacks unleash at once. And he falls down to the ground. And as he dies, he bursts into a cloud of mist.
Oh no. No chance I could get in and cast Spare the Dying first, alright? I guess he's already dead. Never mind.
I think that also only works on humanoids, and unfortunately, he's undead.
Yeah. Let's,
He is
Yeah.
a cloudy mist, like right here.
Is the cloud? Never mind. I'm sure I can't sense the cloudy mist.
You got
Nope.
Sacred Flame?
It's starting to drift away out towards the window.
Martin, smite it!
I can't. Is that mist
have
still?
Guiding Bolt.
Just in case. Martin will run up and this probably won't work. I'm gonna do champion challenge. So
the effect of champion challenge,
yeah.
like link in the chat, do the thing you where it shows
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
can read it.
yeah. Hold on.
Less of a creature,
Yeah, that's
more
kind of
of
what I figured.
mist.
All right.
Hard to like kind of compel this. Also, it's more also impacting less on a conscious decision right now. This creature, this pile of mist, is more acting according to his nature, less than it is willing to make decision.
Figured. Worth a shot.
Yeah, it keeps drifting away. At this point,
Can I shoot my produce flame at it and see if it explodes?
yeah, the fire hits right through it. Doesn't really affect this thing. There's a very specific spell that could help here, and I don't think any of you know it.
How fast does this move?
Fairly quickly, it is drifting out, and
Is it
the end
moving
of the
like
round.
down the stairs, or is it like
no,
passing
it's
through
moving out
walls?
this little. It's moving out this little pocket, which there's a window here, where it is passing through and kind of rolling out into the open world, as it were.
Yeah.
You
It
can
is the
go.
middle of the night.
I mean, I can't see this, but is the window open?
It is. There's like a hole here. You can't see on the map because I don't think I put a window there, but there is a hole here.
I'll go up to the window and I'll call out. So sad we didn't get your name. Next time we meet, you'll have to give it to us. And then I'll turn back around and go to what I'm doing.
Yeah. And as you're peeking out there, it's like you see this large antenna that seems to be like a lightning rod that's still it's not charged with energy right this second, but it is kind of juxtaposition out there. At this point, though, the combat, as it were, is over, and creature has gone. What do the rest of you like to do?
Looking outside, does it look like we're at the top of the tower?
It does. You see windows that kind of just show off the horizon before, and it looks about the height you expected the tower to be, like 6 or so. Really not 6 miles, but like is probably about close to a few thousand feet tall, like a few thousand feet off the ground. That's what you kind of expected it to be.
That is an
Um,
extremely tall building.
Yeah, and you don't. It's weird. It gets bigger as you approach it. When you approach it, it's very strange. Because it was hard to see from the horizon. Like, you didn't see it off in the distance like you would expect you to. When you were like past the
Does
forest.
the term Waterlord
Road.
mean anything to me?
Make a religion check.
Can
Yeah, can
can I make
yeah,
one?
I
As,
was gonna try to join.
Anyone who's trained in religion can make this check.
Oh, I'm not trained in religion.
We know that she.
The cleric's not trained in
Rum.
religion.
Nope.
No, not to any of you. The term is unfamiliar. Waterlord is this is the first time you're hearing of it.
What? He must be really good with water.
I have a feeling that it's some play on River King.
Maybe he has lots of gold.
Yes.
You're kind of spending this time a little bit nervous and just kind of out of habit. You're just kind of feeling around your various pockets and kind of looking for a comfortable place. And as you do, your hand finds something unfamiliar. In your pocket, you grab something that wasn't there before. It's like a small metal object attached to a chain. You pull it out. It's kind of in your clasp. Your hands are closed. Do you want to look at it?
Yeah.
You see a small onyx and gold talisman bearing the symbol of a lantern with a firefly kind of trapped inside of it. Unfamiliar with how it got there.
He's probably gonna walk up to Nanan and be like, "Did you get this from my mother?"
Do I recognize? Do I recognize it?
Never seen it before in your life.
This is strange jewelry. I don't know what is this.
Myron will be like, "Maybe someone gave it to me." And he puts it on.
Slides over. Fits well.
Looks rather expensive. If I can see it.
With it around his neck, you probably see it, and it is made of a fine onyx material as well as like gold inlays, so it's probably pretty valuable. And the craftsmanship looks very fine.
Do I recognize
artisan
the
of it
symbol?
most. Make a religion check.
Nope.
Nope.
What the hell is this thing?
Is it engraved into the the symbol of the lantern?
The symbol of the
engraved?
lantern and the firefly. Well, the symbol of the lantern is made out of the gold, and then the firefly is like engraved into the past that. But there's also engraving to give inflection to the symbol of the lantern too. But that's kind of inlaid.
So
in gold.
would I be able to recognize it as a lantern?
Yeah, you could feel it and feel the symbol.
And does that ring any bells about the conversation I had with the
If
Green
Martin
Mother?
lets you.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, you can look
You
at
see
it.
Opal appearing, like okay.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Because I remember she
similar naming
mentioned-
convention, that's for sure.
Martin, have you ever heard of a Lantern King?
Probably spent some time at the House of the Green Mother. I mean, he probably didn't pay attention too much, but might have heard it in passing, right?
Make a religion check, Martin. In passing, yeah. You have heard of the Lantern King by extension, essentially. Never any specific tales of his deeds or his teachings, but more of like how he has related to the Green Mother and her. You know, he's one of the eldest. That's about it.
A little.
I'm curious if this symbol is representative of. I don't know much about them, but I feel like we should have a talk about this at some point.
It's
Sure.
concerning.
Maybe first we should investigate what this vampire was doing on behalf of. Is it a water lord? And Opal's gonna start kind of running her hands, her paws over the work surface.
Hmm. And any like paper that has writing on it, Morgana will try to decipher.
You see a lot of this. Go ahead and make an investigation check for anyone like looking through the documents here, because a lot of them have been just kind of cast aside to the ground here, out of frustration, it seems. You sort of pick through them. What you do find is a diagram for this sort of shape of this creature here, actually, on this large wooden table. It seems to be a sort of rough, very rough first draft, so to speak, of how to create a sort of flesh golem. It seems to be missing a lot of the ingredients that it needs to be fully functional. And this diagram is a rough illustration how to do it. So if you would attempt to try this off of this illustration, it'd be a pretty tough procedure. But you see that on the table in front of you, there are a lot of the ingredients there. Seemingly just missing a lot of the flesh. That's really the missing component here. A lot of the
Would you
flesh
say the flesh could be downstairs in that pit of bodies?
There was a lot of flesh down there. You could try to see if that would be enough if you want to attempt to do a thing here.
Would this be a
I'm definitely
manual of flesh
doing that.
golems?
No, it's not a manual. Not that good. It is a
Okay.
rough like illustration. It's more of a
I-
page that you would find in a manual.
He mentioned that there would be money, so I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look around the area for money,
Okay. Make
or
an
whatever's
investigation-
actually in this chest.
Which one? Okay. You'd kind of go back up there and get it, but I'd say you could. And if you want to go up to it, it is locked.
Opal.
Nanon, maybe it would be better for you to take this one. And I'll pass the lockpick set to Nanon.
I try.
If you don't feel
And-
confident, maybe you give yourself a little guidance.
Yeah. I can
Maybe I
do
can
it.
assist her with my limited experience, if that's an option.
Yeah, we'll say at advantage you can make a dexterity check. It's a raw dexterity check. So I don't think you're proficient in these tools. Yeah, so just dexterity check. With advantage.
Whew.
The 22,
Oh,
and with
plus.
the additional aid, 23 even, you manage to this is unlocking the chest, and you do open it. You see a few things. Actually, go ahead and roll me a percentile die. What that number?
63.
Okay.
Who that number? Yeah.
Okay. You see inside a small, roughly a forearm sized wrapped object that's kind of wrapped in cloth. That's all that's in there, but you can't really tell what it is until you pick it up and take the cloth off.
And it's obviously wrapped?
Yeah, it's
Or-
like wrapped up in a cloth.
from the outside. Can, can I roll a perception or like a wisdom or something to see if it just looks like a hunk of cloth?
It doesn't look like a hunk of cloth. It looks like there's something wrapped in cloth.
Okay. I'll unwrap it.
Okay, you start to peel back the cloth, and a disembodied skeletal forearm is tipped with a pointing finger and covered in dried blood. Pick it up.
I found this.
Can I
Do
look
I-
at it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
you
make
can
an
take a look at it.
Can I make an Arcana check?
If you'd like.
Can
What are you trying to determine?
It's magical. It's like a wand.
Okay, go for it.
Make wands out of weird things.
Make an Arcana check.
16.
It does seem to have some sort of magical nature about it. You're not really able to discern it. However, one thing you're able to note is that it is choosy about what it will attune to.
Morana, this seems like something that's up your alley.
Gimme. And I'll grab it. Do I have I ever heard of anything like this? Not like historically.
You probably couldn't have learned more than them. You'll need probably an identify spell to really get the nature of the spell. Otherwise, you'll have to attune to it and learn its facilities that way.
Before I go and do any of that, I'm gonna check on the table and make sure like what this little flesh puppet thing needs, and I'm gonna go downstairs and start collecting.
I'm gonna search for anything
First?
valuable.
Okay. Just make a general perception check. If you're just looking around the room, if you're gonna be like looking for a specific spot, like looking at this table, looking at this, you need investigation. But looking
Okay,
around,
sweet.
see like a vague set of tools over here. There seems to be a lot of alchemical supplies over here. And over here just seems to be what looks like a lot of dried organs, not dried, but like preserved organs kind of floating in various fluid jars, kind of over here. A lot of them seem to kind of be long term.
Reminds me of
point.
biology class.
Yeah. You can investigate anything further you like, but that's kind of what's in those spots.
Morana, you're going to look as well.
I think she was going to go downstairs.
No. Yeah, I went downstairs to get the necessary flesh components for this friend that we have to wake up.
Yeah. That's gonna be just go ahead and make a medicine check for me as you get down there and look at the pile of bodies and just kind of determine if you can get enough flesh here.
'Cause I'm great at those.
It's gonna be rough. You gather up most of the meat in this room. A lot of it's wasted in your gathering of it, but you feel like you're confident you have at least one attempt at this.
Okay. I go back upstairs.
You see Marana return to the top of the stairs holding various body parts and chunks of meat and kind of this big
An
hunk of
arm.
bloody gore. Yeah. It's disturbing for some of you.
I walk by, I'm like, hi, go to the thing and start putting them in their appropriate places.
Okay. For this, make an Arcana check. This ritual requires 2 additional subcasters to make Arcana, 1 Arcana check as well, and a Religion check. The primary caster can make an Arcana or Religion check, whichever they prefer.
I'll make an
Secondary
Arcana
caster.
check.
Oh.
Natural 20, biatch.
Okay, you start to perform your
26.
part of the ritual, and you do a pretty solid job, assuming you're helping with this creation. Okay.
I'm trying to decide what.
I'll kind of like gently like rub my hand against its chest and gently whisper into its ear, "You'll be a perfect little brother."
That's really creepy. But okay.
Fucking yikes. Oh my goodness, a 23? 26.
We're getting a necromancy up in here.
Necromancer.
Yes.
Who's the real necromancer?
Didn't we come here because we didn't like that our gravekeeper was potentially working with a necromancer? Now we are the necromancer?
Potentially,
for
we
my
could use
part-
the constructs. We could use them as
Okay,
tools to destroy.
There's
Constructs
one
with
more check. There's one
human
more check to
bodies.
make. The secondary religion check. Who's making it? If
Fuck.
someone
No one else is
if you
trained.
want to help with this, keep in mind you're creating an undead monstrosity right now. So keep that in mind.
He's not a monstrosity. He's just a friend.
Yeah, you're
Who's
saying
a-
this is the voice
a
of the
little
sky.
different.
He's not a monstrosity, I
A
promise.
monstrosity.
I could,
Help?
but
I don't know. I don't even know if
You
I
feel
can.
a strong impulse not to, Anon, but it's up to you.
Opal,
Please, 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 please,
I
please.
I have no. I mean, I'm no caster. I'm no.
Oh, shit, it
religious
has to be-
scholar.
No, that's
It
for
has to
someone
be-
that's it actually doesn't state that you have to be you don't because there's a diagram what to do. You don't have to be trained in religion to do this. You just
I can't
have to try.
I can't even see the diagram.
You could be explained to, but it'd be tough for you. I'd agree.
And I'm already at disadvantage on ability checks, so even if you like wanted me to
Maybe a
do
poor
it, it would be-
choice.
I'll try. But if you really want
Unless someone else wants to,
Rana, this is
or someone wants to make an argument.
Nanon, can you please help us? I feel like this would be a great boon to us to help destroy the necromancer. A sense of dramatic irony, using its own desired creation against it. A true Frankenstein's monster, if you would.
I understand the reluctance to help us bring about an undead creature, but I mean,
Technically a construct.
I'm undead. I'm not that bad, am I?
I don't know. I met you last week.
I haven't killed anyone in front of you. I mean, come on. Only killed
I
Martin, cut
rarely
this wire.
agree with Morana at this point. I believe this would be a great idea.
Can Martin cut this wire?
Fuck.
All right. I think so.
Cuts it. You're not sure what that does, but no one seems to notice any effect. You notice one part of the ritual does require a charge. This charge is suggested to, in this diagram, to be provided by the lightning rod that sits outside of the door. This can be provided from another means if you have another means, but this was the sort of setup. But now the wire's cut. None of you really, or maybe, well, it's pretty obvious as he kind of goes up and chops it. So you do see him.
For
cut
the
that
hell of
wire.
it, I'm gonna make the religion check just to see. At disadvantage.
Okay, still needs a charge. Pretty rough. Everyone else did pretty good on the ritual, but the charge hasn't been provided, so you won't know unless you have some way of doing that, or maybe restoring the connection and hoping for a thunderstorm, which it was raining earlier, so it might happen.
So we saw Martin cut the wire.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
So you're not gonna let us do this, Martin? You're not gonna. No.
Nope. And he goes downstairs.
Sounds perfectly reasonable, to be honest.
Are there enough supplies on the table to make an alchemist kit?
Sure.
All right. I will gather them together and put them in my bag.
Sure. There you go. You can add the alchemist kit to your inventory.
Okay, after Martin has gone downstairs, I'm gonna go over to the cord and cast mending on it.
Okay, you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a percentile die because it isn't stormy right now, but see if you're hoping. Okay. Also, I set a percentage. Here you go.
Oh wait, we'll pause. Sorry.
Is it Is it perfect?
You see, as in the distance, a storm begins
No
to move
shit.
in. And after a few moments, some people have headed downstairs. Well, Martin's really headed downstairs. A lot of you start to see this, and the storm begins to pick up. Eventually, one strikes right into the lightning rod, being attracted by the
Martin, we may
antenna.
need you.
All the machine begins to whirl to life. These coils around the creature begins to spark up. They start to strike into the creature, the flesh kind of surrounding it. You see the eyes begin to glow, and I need one final Arcana check from you, Marana.
Arcana. Oh God. Hold on.
DM, there was something I did want to try.
Too late.
Yeah, but
You try it after this happens. Cool. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So I need so you see as the creature rises out of its position here, and you see it just begin to raise up on the stool, very Darth Vader-esque, kind of strapped down to the table, looks around.
I run in there to it.
And it
It's
begins
alive.
to it begins to just pull, and eventually it breaks free of its restraints and is gonna go lash out against the nearest thing against it. I need everyone to go ahead and make
My
initiative
son.
checks for me. There you go. Should all be added on there. We'll probably do most of this combat next session, but we can go get the rolls done.
No, not there.
Yeah, you just going all the way down to the bottom?
Yeah, I want to borrow this.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, you are not here. Get you out of that combatant list. Okay, that is where we'll call it for next session, because it's right at our time, and we'll see as you have to fight this terrifying flesh golem. Did a pretty good job making it, not gonna lie. Like, the making side of it is pretty good. It's not a damaged flesh golem or anything. It's a good, fully functioning flesh golem ready to murder everything around it. It's just the kind of last fine tunings that were there to control it. Kind of went haywire. Unfortunate.
Ah, that's what that plan up. And maybe
but it is an interesting circumstance. Definitely not like the direction I expected to happen for this session. I kind of figured we'd probably miss this entire chunk of content and head on straight down the road to Greymouth. I thought we'd probably end up in Greymouth at the end of this session. So that's cool. I kind of like the difference, and there's a lot of content in between there and there, and there still is if we head back on that road. But overall, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the direction it did go.
nice work, everybody.
Yeah.
We beat up a vampire and
Yeah.
defeated a tower.
Yeah.
And now we're Dr. Frankenstein's. Great.
and we created a flesh golem.
Yeah, now you
We
gotta
did do
fight it.
that. And Martin uncovered a bookcase lever, which I think is the coolest thing that's happened so far.
That was pretty rad.
Reckon.
It's gonna be an interesting place to pick up next session. A lot left on the old to-do list, but more things seem to be added to that to-do list as we uncover more clues about the situation. So looking forward to it. Forward to next session. Got even more decisions to make. I was hoping like this session would be kind of a relatively straightforward session. Like, hey, you go do this, go do that, go do that, and the next session we'd have a pretty clear goal. But right now, we got a lot of different goals, which is also a lot of fun. So, a lot of different angles to approach this at. Looking forward to seeing how it plays out.